ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being patient and welcome back to the COV-AID Charity stream here. I'm MonsterDFace and I'm joined with Aussie Antics, my good brother from down under. What's going on, Aussie?
Not much. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be cool. These are like some of my favorite events to do. The whole Pro-Am styles for charities for a good cause. I'm very, very excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, what better feeling than to be greeted with everyone in the chat. So thank you to all the Fortnite community members. We have so many great Fortnite community members. And I'm looking forward to seeing and obviously covering that gameplay. It's an honor to be up here. What I feel like is the main stage every time. Aussie, are you ready for some Fortnite today?
I'm very ready for some Fortnite. We have some big names up there as well. We've got some real high-profile names in here. We got Morgasi. We're bringing it back with some of the old-school classic. I saw Keo in here too, some of the RBK guys. It's going to be a good tournament. I'm really looking forward to it.
That is right. The Fortnite community banding together. And we want you guys to make sure you're banding together at home to give up that charity money. Hit those donation links and make sure you're giving to the COV-AID because this is nothing short of spectacular. And also, by the way, shout out to the legend DJ Wee and Seltzer. Be introduced by them. It's always an honor. So I am humbly saying, we appreciate it. And it's awesome. Let's just talk a little bit about Fortnite for any of our viewers out there that haven't quite really jumped in because there's been so many games going on throughout the course of the day, Aussie. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you the floor. What is Fortnite? What is the Battle Royale? Let's just take it from the top.
Take it from the top. Okay, so you're going to be watching Fortnite today. It's a battle royale, so it's going to be 100 players jumping in off the battle bus into an island. We're playing duos today, so it's going to be teams of 50. A lot of them are teaming up with, you've got usually a pro or someone who's a bit more experienced with Fortnite, and we've got some celebrities in there in the mix. It's for fun. It's for charity today. It's not going to be super competitive, but goal is simple. Get off the battle bus, preferably stick with your teammate, survive till the very last person, and you win the game. You get different points for how many eliminations you get and how far into the game you make it, and then we're just going to have some fun with it. Pick up some guns, try and have some fun, and see how you go.
And the most important thing about Fortnite is you can build. There's a whole economy behind the Battle Royale system. Yep. And that's what makes it a unique and fun experience. For me, playing Fortnite for the first time, what really drew me in was the fact that I was able to build, dude. I remember the first time I threw a ramp down, and I was like, wait a second. That mountain, I can go up it. Do you remember what that was like?
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. I mean, I think the whole throwing down a build, I came from a lot of other games without the building, so I think I was real slow on the uptake with that. But yes, it was very cool. I was more like, wait, I can build this wall and I can hide behind it. I don't think I saw the aggressive potential you did. I was playing it real safe. But yeah, I think Fortnite for me, I've never had a game capture my attention for this long. I've been playing games my whole life. I jump, I chop, I change. Since I think season 1 I started with Fortnite, I've just played nothing else. When did you start, Monster?
Yeah, I started in the preseason days when you had to buy Save the World. Could you imagine? Like they were offering, you had to buy Save the World for like 50, 60 bucks. I bought the game and then I was finally able to play the BR. So that's like when I played, and I gotta say that week, like the game on Twitch itself, just in general, just like where it was back then, dude, like there were like people that were making fun of it because the colors and whatnot, but all of a sudden it took off like a wildfire, man.
Yeah, it was insane. That's crazy. You actually, before me, I get to say season 1, you were like OG. That's crazy. Yeah. No, I friggin', I love it so much. It's my favorite game to play, and it's easy to follow from home. If you guys are watching Fortnite for the first time, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's a storm, whole bunch of stuff, but me and Monster will take you through it. Don't worry. We'll make sure it's exciting. We're going to have a fun time with it. Today's a bit different than some of the tournaments. Maybe if you've watched competitive Fortnite before, we're getting this a lot through people's streams as well. So we're going to get a whole bunch of interactions between those duos, them talking to their teammates, having a good time. We'll make it a good time, even if you don't understand Fortnite. Don't worry. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and trust and believe, guys, we've done a bunch of tournaments, so we are going to make it sound amazing. You're going to enjoy yourself at home. I promise you that. You got some premier Fortnite voices are here ready to bring you guys the action. Talking about watching streams and stuff like that. That's the cool part about it. If you guys are familiar with like Twitch rival style, yes, exactly. We'll be able to see reactions, possibly listening to players, some of your favorites. So if you're in the chat, this is an interactive experience. That's what Twitch is all about. That's what all these live streams are all about. Leave us a comment in the Twitch chat. We can see everything. I see Keo. I see Rody Bros. I see you guys. I know a lot of y'all are playing. Who do we want to follow? Who do you want us to follow? We can do that. We can keep up with these stories.
Yeah, I'm keen for it. Is there anyone you're looking out for as far as the teams? Again, today's a bit more fun, but is there someone you're excited to see play? Let's not say looking out for to do well. Who do you want to see play? Is it, again, maybe Morgasi? Maybe he's back from the comp scene. He's coming in here. He's having some fun. I'm looking out for the RBK boys. They're friends of mine. We got Arab up there as well. I want to watch them, see how they play it.
You know what? I'm from New York City. I'm gonna go with my brother Vape Jesus. He's from New York City.
Okay.
That's my boy. Yeah, I'm rooting all the way down from the Boogie Bronx. I'm rooting for the boys. But yeah, I hear Elevates in this tournament. That's gonna be awesome to see him play. So there's a lot of names to look out for. Obviously, of which we'll get around to as we start jumping into the action.
Yep.
I feel like it's kind of unfair they invited Arab in here. I'm not gonna lie. Lately, he's been performing as a competitive player. Like, who called that guy?
I don't know. At the same time, it's going to be fun, though. I know his teammate, I don't think plays Fortnite as much, so it's going to be okay. We'll see how they go with that one. But Arab has a good time. I think he's not going to try and sweat this one too much. I think he's been playing enough comp. I think today's for fun. I'm excited to see what eyebrow we get for the day. If you guys haven't followed it, Arab has actually, on stream, he removed his eyebrows for a bit of a dare from his brother, and now he's doing every single day as a new eyebrow. So we're going to see what today looks like.
So I think the battle bus is loading up as we're getting word from the back. So it's almost there. I'm excited to be jumping into these games soon. Yes, like you said, Arab has done so many crazy things, a lot of which are for charities. So on the top of the series, I'm gonna plug in every single chance I get. Make sure you guys are clicking those links, donating that to the good cause, because we want to make sure we are raising that and cutting those thresholds. But here we are, Aussie. We're jumping into the battle bus right now as game number 1 is underway here at the COV-AID Charity stream. And we're going with it. We're going. We got some perspective right here. This guy's cutting all the way across the field right now.
Yeah, he's going fun. That's what I was about to say. I was saying we're playing it for fun, but these guys are going safe. I mean, again, if you haven't watched Fortnite too much before, the bus has a very straight line. Normally, the further you go from the bus, the safer you're going to be. A lot of people playing aggressive are going to jump straight down, go to a POI, a named location that's really close to the bus. This team here is going real far away. They know their drop. They're playing safe.
Yeah, not only that, this is the custom lobby, guys. So it's only whoever was invited, and they're going toe-to-toe with one another, so they know the competition is stiff, and players are going to be trying their best to claim a good chunk of the land right now. This is some good real estate that they're playing off of right now. I'm a big fan of this portion of the map. There's actually a slurp truck right there they can get some good health off of, so they're going to be chilling.
Yeah, definitely. It's outside Sway. It's a good spot. It's a good drop location if you're going to split it up. They're looking around. You can see they're getting a lot of information, who's around them, what's going on. But I actually like this drop. They've split it well. These guys have played together before. This is definitely not a newly formed duo. With these pro-ams, quite often you just see like normally a pro and a celebrity thrown together. Two people who haven't played together before, which makes it fun, but the tactics and the play style isn't normally there. If you haven't played together before, you don't have a style, but these guys know what they're doing. They've split their drop. This is something I'd expect to see in like a pro tournament.
Definitely is, and they're gonna be setting up here, right? So I've landed here before. I've played off of this area. There's actually an elite chest right down here. Watch, you're gonna see him run into it just shortly. This chest right here, this gives you all of the goods. Check it out. He's gonna find himself an epic AR already. He's got shields. He even has crash pads. That makes me wonder. I don't even know if we're playing under the siphon settings. This might be the normal pub settings of a custom game. That makes it kind of interesting.
I think it is. You're right, based on the map farming. So what we're talking about there, if you're not a hardcore Fortnite fan, you have two game modes in Fortnite. You have competitive and then you have regular. Regular has slower map farming, which is the materials. So as he's hitting things around the map, he's going to be getting less material, but also it means there's no siphon, which is what Monster just touched on then. When you eliminate opponent with siphon on, you gain 50 health or 50 shield, depending on what you need, and it tops you up a little bit. If they're playing without that, it's going to change up the field. This is how, again, we were talking about Monster being OG Fortnite, myself as well. Before Arena came out, that was the way you played, but now most tournaments usually run on the competitive format, but it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited.
70.
That is true, and oh boy, we're gonna see how it plays a part. And the other thing about the non-arena mode settings is the kind of items that you can pick up in the game. We're looking at down here in the bottom right, a crash pad, all right? As we're kind of setting up here, there's some items that are just not in competitive mode. This is being one of them.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. I mean, I want to see how those strategies come in. Who can like pick up those crash pads and use them? I want to see maybe a skybase, like things you can't normally do in competitive Fortnite. In this format, you're going to be able to do. I want to see someone using those crash pads, maybe going for some trick shots. We have a fight breaking down here. We're on the north side of the map as well. We're in a real location. Again, not normally that contested. We're up near our Rainbow Rentals, I believe, just outside the North Island. We'll see how they go. They're building up for it. They're playing safe. They have not the best loadout. One green AR in the inventory. That's it. So they've got the range, but this turns into a close range fight. I don't think it's going to go too well their way.
That is right. And this is Gamers Doing Things right here, joining us on the Fortnite stage right now. He's got to go back and get that XP coin right here. We're going to see all kinds of gameplay today. Players from all skills of walks, all right? It's going to be some new players. There's going to be players that grind Fortnite every day, and that's what's going to make this a super lighthearted, fun event to watch. As you can see right now, that poor soul who's out in the open field right there is going to get hit. No, actually, I think that was a decoy. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
these guys are decoys and they're falling for it.
Yeah. Nice. They did. They fell for it. Use some of the ammo, and that's going to be an issue as well. They've only got the 2 guns, so if they can eat down some of that ammo as well, bit of an issue. But yeah, if you don't know what happened there's an item in Fortnite, decoys. You throw them out, they mimic what you look like. They move around and act like a normal player. The better players can sometimes figure out who they are, but I mean, me and Monster, we are professional watchers of Fortnite, and it did actually just trick both of us for the first second there too. So there can be a nice little tactic to use sometimes.
See what happens is when you got to wait until they get destroyed in order to even know, right? Because you still get hit markers for shooting them. The only reason why, is when they get eliminated, they like make this kind of shield popping look, so you get these little particles back. Otherwise, you would never ever know. There's about 70 players left in this lobby right now, guys. The zone's moving right here. First moving zone takes 3.5 minutes, almost 4 minutes actually. This was a change brought to Fortnite recently. Do you remember when the zone took a shorter amount of time? That's because the map was smaller.
Yeah, definitely. Chapter 2 introduced a bigger map, so they increased the time for the first zone to start coming in, so you can try and utilize that extra size a bit more. So just if the first zone doesn't go your way, if you get pulled out of first zone, you have time to get there and still stick to your drop. But 73 alive, you touched on that there. That's actually a pretty good lobby. These people are playing safe. They're staying split. We'll see how they go for a little bit now. I'm not really sure. I think we're going to be swapping perspectives soon, getting another action. We have Robot Giggle over here outside Dirty Docks. The first drop we've seen at a named location. So you have a POI here. There's normally a lot more loot here, a lot more chests. So you'll see again, bottom right, the inventory on Robot Giggle looking a lot different to what we've seen before this. Has the bandage cannon, med kit, AR, and SMG. Choosing to run no shotguns so far, but a lot of meds, which could become quite helpful with no siphon.
Definitely digging it right here. And her teammate, Jared FPS here. So they're rocking together. I gotta say, Robot Giggles, I love the overlay you're going with right here. Look in the bottom right there. You can see, if you have the stream open, that's a clean looking overlay, just a little robot. Pretty nice, pretty nice.
I like it. And we do have the Boys and Girls of America in the top left as well. So one of the partners of today's tournament. There's so many people involved in this one today, Monster. I was going through the list. It's crazy how much support today's stream and then this whole cause has gotten.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing from top to bottom. There's, obviously the COV-AID, there's the DoorDash, there's GoPuff, there's just, the University of New Haven. So many giveaways, so many different entities coming together to band together, right, and really put on something amazing. But not only that, just contribute, right? Everyone here is contributing their time, and most importantly, right, those guys at home too, watching. Feel free, guys. Tweet out the stream, right? Twitch.tv/COV_AID, right? Hit us up. Bring more people in here. DoorDash is matching per viewer, per unique viewer. I'm pretty sure they're dropping some donations on behalf of that, or giving free meals. So yeah, free meals. Crazy. Even better, you can get yourself a treat by sharing.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about, me and Monster obviously both stream as well. I always talk when people say, look, sorry, I can't sub, can't donate. When I do charity streams, sorry, I can't donate. It's like, man, there's actually a sponsor here today and a partner that is just matching. If you watch, you've contributed a meal to someone in need. That is crazy. Just by swinging into the stream today, checking out some Fortnite action, you have helped somebody in need today. Like, that's crazy. I haven't actually seen that done too much with these charity events in the past. So I want to see it happen more in the future. That's a really, really cool incentive.
Definitely is a unique way to spin your touch onto the giving side of things. Gotta love it here. So we jump back over Robot Giggles. She's vibing right now. We're vibing. We got 60 players in the game. As far as what I can see, her camera is over the Elam feed, so I'm not too sure who's getting taken out right now, but there's action popping off here and there as the lobby is starting to lighten up ever so slowly right now, but it's happening. The thing about Fortnite too, a game typically lasts anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. So we only have a few runs up at bat here. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see who's going to be able to take one of the prestigious victories of the few games that'll go down during the Fortnite block.
They've got a good loadout right now with the bandage cannon, try and stay in storm a little bit. They can take their time, and I mean, with that lower mat farming rate right now, they're going to need to try and grab some materials if they can soon. If this comes down towards that end game, if you haven't watched too many Fortnite end games, it really is material above anything else. If you have no materials, you're left high and dry in the middle of the open, you're normally going to go down quickly. Most competitive or serious players will prioritize having materials over almost anything else. I would rather have less health and shield, but have materials than full health and shield with no materials. So we'll see if they start trying to farm a little bit on their way in. They're running past a fair bit of material right now, but looks like they're just prioritizing trying to get into zone before, and they're getting shot at, getting held a little bit from zone. Doing a smart job of rotating away behind the trees, putting some builds up, trying to make sure they keep themselves safe. Haven't been hit yet, luckily. Getting some builds coming out, just needs to get into zone and then try and pop some of those meds.
You can see Jared's got the good movement. He knows how to play this game. He knows how to angle up and position himself. So from what I can tell, it looks like Robot Giggles is down to very low health. It seems like she's about to go down, and she is, unfortunately, going to get chipped right there. Someone's going to find her off in a distance. It's all up to Jared now to kind of clutch the situation up here, Aussie.
Yeah, he's trying to push back if he can, trying to get away from it. Nice builds coming out. He's got some nice left-hand tunnels. He's doing well. He's putting those walls on the floors out to left. He might be able to get the revive. So Robot Giggles luckily gone down here behind this hill, going down in the elevation. He's going to try and get the med kit off before getting her up in case he gets pushed. And then once he gets Robot Giggles up, she also had a med kit in her inventory and had the bandage cannon. So she's got more than enough meds to get back up to full health. No shield, though, if he gets the revive off, and it looks like he will. No, he's getting pushed, I think. Audio cues coming out. He's jumping up onto the high ground, has the purple pump in hand. Very, very powerful weapon. This can do 100, no matter how much health you want. It can take him down. SMG comes out, but it's 1v2 at close range. DJ Smoltz managing to pick up the elimination there. They go down in 29th. That is out of duos. So we'll see how they go now. Decent effort, but unfortunately Storm holding them on the edge. Maybe rotated a little bit too late.
Yeah, zone moves in
just a little too late, but like you said, there was 50 duels entering in. 29th is not too bad.
So close to maxing out Brick.
Now all of a sudden, we're back with the players we started off with. We're on the other side of the map here, guys. We're kind of floating around here. It's the Fortnite world so large. Here's Elevate Brody and his teammate John OG, looks like. They're kind of cutting across. They're still working on their material. They actually have about 700 of each, so they're working on maxing out. Yeah, remember, this is normal Fortnite settings, right? So a lot of farming. We'll see as they're marking some players off in the distance here. Kind of figuring out maybe where they want to go, where they want to park. This is one of those nightmare end games, by the way. You're just in. This looks like it's going to end by the islands. There's so much water involved. I actually dropped a tweet today, Aussie, of a dude who was the only guy on the other side of me. Poor duo. Can you imagine crossing into a fortress of enemies?
No, it's just, yeah, the water zones are crazy. So if you don't know what me and Monster are talking about, there is obviously the water, added in Fortnite Chapter 2 was the, I want to say water biome, but basically there is now water zones where if you get a bad zone, it can be completely over water. So you can't build properly, you're swimming, you're out in the open. So this 3,000 material cap, which has changed because of normal game mode, could play into their hands. Trying to do with 1,500 mats, which is what you're capped at in the competitive game mode, compared to 3,000, this actually could be advantageous for teams like this that are spending their time farming up a lot. You saw a helicopter go across the top there. Again, helicopters not in the competitive game mode, but in regular game mode. So I don't know, that might be the play. What do you think, Monster? Grabbing a helicopter next game. Now these players associating themselves with the regular game mode playing competitive, they might try and prioritize one of those helicopters.
Brother, I would grab that thing and build a huge metal base around it. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm taking that. I'm parking it somewhere on a nice cozy island, all right? My private monster island, dude. And I'm going to build a base around it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and with the material cap, I'm excited to see how this end game goes. I want to see, normally the old school meme trope from way back in the day, even when me and Monster started playing, was the sky base, the coveted sky base, being able to build a massive ramp out in the distance where no one can see it, and then start tarping, which is just building floors across towards zone. Because there is 3,000 material for each teammate, if someone tries that, it could actually work it really, really well in this game mode, Monster.
Yeah, and also, if you just get high enough, you might render out. So you could cheese your way to end game. Yeah. Talking about someone who's doing that. Here's Milk Stevens, who's way up in the sky. And you can see he's lost his teammate. So now he is left to fend for himself here. But, hey, he's got the all-black chopper. He's looking real sleek here in the broad daylight of Fortnite. We'll see where he's going to decide to park himself. Just looking at the mats here, he's not sitting too pretty. I mean, he's got something to work with, but that's less than your typical, your average coming into endgame, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But so far, everyone we've seen, the loadout looking probably the best. We got the epic AR, we have a grey tac, we have a blue SMG, 2 med kits and minis. So he's got everything he needs. He has a form of white meds, which is his health meds. We have a form of shields, which is those minis, can use them up to 50 shield. And then he has an AR, a shotgun, and an SMG. That's where you want to be at. It's a good loadout. Looks like he's just grabbing some ammo now. He's in the Shark. I'm sure someone has dropped here. Not that I can see any signs of an enemy being here. But Shark, one of those new additions in Fortnite Chapter 2, the Mythic POI. If someone's managed to drop here and pick up the Sky's Assault Rifle and Grappler, in this zone, in this format, the Grappler would be massive.
Still so interested to know where our Fortnite veterans are around the map. As their feed is once again lighting up. I think I've seen Keo in there. Things are probably cooking up. Let's see, there's someone actually on the island, Aussie. He was on the island, and this is a full duo because they were flying by and firing at him. He's stuck between the wall now on the hill, and they jump out on him. They want this fight.
Yeah, they want this fight. He jumps out of the helicopter. They're on top of him right now. It's a 2v1 situation. He's on the low ground. He's down to 100 health, no shield. Trying to get these minis off the top and back up to 50. He cancels the mini, chooses to go aggressive. He's getting pushed on now. The shots are coming out. He doesn't even know what's happening. It's Keo. As you mentioned, Keo in the feed. We have the old school veteran Keo. If you haven't seen him, he's a streamer. He's a competitive Fortnite player for Cloud9. Has a very interesting talent of doing backflips. If you haven't seen it, it is phenomenal. For a point there, he was doing a backflip for every subscriber he got. I think I tuned in once. He did 15 in a row, and it made me dizzy.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
no, Keo's a psycho, man. Can't believe he's doing that. Hey, Keo, listen, I'm gonna need you to loosen up the iron grip, right? We're in a charity tournament, okay? Slow your roll.
Full sending it on anyone.
Full sending with the chopper and everything. He's able to move around so quick. Let's see here. All right. So we got another engagement going on right now. That was a good grenade right there. It's actually gonna connect. As Elevate's trying to push up now.
Though. I think he's going to struggle here right now. He's got the advantage on the materials. We saw how much he farmed earlier, but now it's a 2v1 situation. How many times have we seen this today in that 2v1? So far, no one's been able to win it. This might be the first attempt, putting the builds around him, trying to hold this as much as he can. Teammates down, but not out. He could get the revive if he has the time. No, there he is. He gets finished off. He needs to try and hold this one if he can, or even maybe disengage if he can get out. No, I don't think they're going to let him. The shots are coming out. He's trying to hold the builds. They're going through. He's incredibly low. Needs to find some time to get off the big pot on the medkin. They go down to Cam Talks. Cam Talks Tech takes him out there. They're placing 17th, unfortunately.
I was going to say, and his teammate Chunky, I think what we saw there was Keo third partying as well from the distance. You see him with the AR kind of parked up right here, and that's the base over to the side. He was firing on in. Keo just wants a piece of all the action right now. Here goes the launch pad. He's pushing out. Let's see what he decides to do, if he's going to play for placement here. Yeah, it looks like he is. Oh, he's playing with my boy Rody Bros. Okay, this is a power team right here. Keo and Rody Bros. My gosh.
This is a good duo.
Rody Bros is actually a YouTuber. He's the competitive Fortnite YouTuber. He is like the ultimate guy when it comes down to trying to master controller sensitivity. Okay, he's got so many viral videos, literally teaching people all about sense. So there's one player to be scared of in this lobby, like who's on controller. It's Rody Bros, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely knows what he's doing here, and paired up with Keo, it's gonna be pretty crazy. They're having some fun. Look at the loadout difference. You can already see it. He has the he goes down though, so Keo has to solo clutch it, maybe kind of evening the playing field right there. So now we see if Keo can manage to do it by himself. He's got such a good loadout to do it though with. He's got those crash pads in hand. I want to see if he goes for something fancy, maybe a trick shot or something, or like you said, is he gonna hold that iron grip on the lobby and take it seriously? We'll have to see.
Not only that, look at where his teammate dropped at. Like that little icon, that power icon you're seeing on the map, guys. That's where his teammate was. So Rody and Keo are so far apart, so split. So not only is he down, he can't even like reap the benefits of the loot that might have generated from his teammate. So this is looking more like a good old Fortnite endgame right now, as you can see the competitive players suddenly starting to grab their real estate and get comfortable here. That's the thing about these tournaments. Even in charity, they are going to get super sweaty, man. It's always about pride and ego here, as we're going to be witnessing some real action going down soon, Aussie.
Well, like you said, there's some teams in here who definitely do it. You got Arab in here, who is a very, very good competitive player. He came second in one of the NA East FNCS weeks. So that means out of that week, he was the second best team in arguably the most competitive region in Fortnite. So we've definitely got some slayers in here. So I don't blame Keo for taking it a bit seriously. This kind of zone, I mean, it's going to be fun in games, but the water zones are normally the worst zone you can possibly get. If this goes out across just pure water, it's all a material game, which Keo has to his name right now. He has a fair bit of materials to make the next zone if he has to. We see 3 airdrops on the map that no one's gone for. That means there's a lot of launch pads that maybe aren't even in play. Launch pads is the saving grace in this zone. Being able to jump on it, fly through the air, go across the water, not even have to build. But Keo used his to survive last time, so he's high and dry right now.
It's definitely what it's looking like right now. Let's see here. He's trying to get this heavy snipe. He is going to connect with the headshot, followed by the body shot. So no more shield on that player. They're just sitting. This is so unfortunate for them. They don't even have a piece of land to work with. They're all just trying to float on by right here. Let's take a look. Keo might just find himself a free Elim, doing work by himself with no teammate. You got to appreciate that one. Let's see here if he can actually get this AR to connect right now. I'll see. Oh, there's still 2.
Trying to find his way through if he can. Oh, they're still going across the water. He needs to. He says they're fish. They're swimming like fish. They're dolphin diving up and down, trying to get these shots to connect. Unfortunately, he can't. He just can't find them. None of the shots are hitting. Doesn't get a single tag, and they make it across the water. Keo needs to start finding how he's going to get into zone. It goes across the land, luckily, but he still has to get in. You can see on the top right, that's your mini-map. The blue zone is where he currently is and where the storm's coming in, and then he's moving for that white circle, trying to get into the safe zone where the storm will stop. And look at that, showing his competitive prowess. He stays on the low ground, finds his little spot. He's going to base out of hard mats, so he's going to use some brick or metal. A lot harder to shoot through, and he's just going to sit here and hold.
I respect that right there. Definitely looking kind of good right here. Remember, all that's on the line is pride and ego here in this tournament. So first place is literally all that matters. Doesn't matter how many elims you pick up in the lobby. Let's see what's gonna happen. He's asking his boy, "How you feeling? How you feeling?" I'm hearing it. Some in-game streamer comms right now. He's good. He's praying for the lobby to land on him though. Yes, he does get zoned. Oh, this is something we didn't even talk about. The way zone works in public game. Yeah, it just collapses on top of you. So, like, height is so important if he can just go up.
He's got the crash pads for us. So what we're talking about there, so again, the difference between competitive and regular. In competitive, this zone would have actually gone outside the existing zone, which meant it would have been rotating zones or half-half. In this format, it doesn't happen. The zone just keeps getting smaller and smaller. It makes it a lot more predictable. So like Monster was talking about, if you can get that high ground, if you can be the highest point in the lobby, built up really up there, you're in such a good spot to close it out because you know where zone's going to go. Keo, unfortunately, not in that position, but he does have those crash pads in the inventory to go for it, but some beautiful heavy shot snipes, and then the AR tags through the walls.
There's another heavy sniper shot followed up with the AR. Very close. There's players moving all around now on the ground levels. I'm looking at 17 players live in a non-moving zone. I don't remember the last time I've actually watched like a normal stated Fortnite game like this. This is kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, Keel's killing himself though. What a perfect weapon to have for this situation. A nice upgraded AR and a heavy sniper to back him up here. But he's gonna have to do some big things, man. The way these zones work, if you have floppers, you're kind of chilling. Like, that is the play. That's the meta here. There's a 270 shot dome piece right there. This player's got his back against the wall. Look at all the ground control he has here. Keel's chilling.
The speed of Keo, his edits right now is so clean. But yeah, it's a bit of a throwback, right? Seeing this many players in this kind of a game is super interesting. I want to see how it plays out. You were talking about Twitch Rivals earlier, the Twitch tournaments. I watched that tournament. The crash pads were in it. It was a lot of fun to see how it changed up the game. I want to see Keo go for something fancy. I don't care if he gets the win. I want to see him style. I feel like his backflips, Keo as a streamer, as an entertainer, he's all about the style. I want to see him do something with style. And I mean, the heavy snipe on the wall take with the perfect edit. He's styling on them just with pure gameplay at this point. The edit comes out. Oh my gosh. I don't even think that player knows what just happened to them. Keo putting on a clinic of clean edits and shots right now.
No way he's flexing right now in the lobby right here. That was such a dirty little edit. Took the ramp, made the edit, heavy sniped the wall. He is so chilling right now. Here's another player though, the team pushing him. This duo's taking control of the walls to his left and right hand side. So now he doesn't have control of this box in full anymore. See what he's gonna do. He's gonna get right past him. He's just slipping through. So that big catacomb of builds he made down here is coming into fruition right now. He's got all the control of this low ground here. Here you guys, you hear the heavy sniper kind of ring once again. He takes another wall from his opponent. 10 left. What's he gonna do? He needs to find floppers or something right now. He's got the material, but he needs the heals.
Yeah, he's got to try and do something here if he can. Less than 10 alive. He's holding so well. The build's inside the box. He's got the minigun just pushing forward. It's so hard to hold back. He's trying. He's saying he's in my box. He's holding up the stairs. The crash pad. He just drops the crash pad. He's stuck. He doesn't know where he is. I don't know where he is. He's gone up one layer here. There's just explosions. It's full chaos. And somehow Keo is still alive. I say that too early. He goes down top 5 to Daddy Chris. It was absolute mayhem on the low ground. The minigun came in and just broke all the builds he had, just ruined the whole game plan for Keo there.
And welcome to competitive Fortnite, man. Oh, this guy's got the grappler. He's not playing. He just came right back up to height. So Daddy Chris is chilling now. He's got the high ground. They got the RPGs. That's what I was talking about right there. The floppers. Oh. Honestly, I don't even know if sharing is a good idea. You probably just want to give it all to one player, but it doesn't matter. You caught another player. Now you have more floppers.
I don't think he's going to a heal off monster. I'm pretty sure they're going for the closeout. I think they're going for the elims too. This we're talking about, it's all for fun. These guys are playing it seriously right now, splitting the meds, going aggressive with the grappler, dropping down onto low ground. I can just tell. I haven't watched this player before, but I can tell that he is taking it seriously. The edit's coming out, drops on a low ground. That's the minigun player that was so deadly against Keo. If he can take him out, that's going to be huge for them. He does gets the knock.
Oh no!
He gets taken out. They trade. It's a 1-for-1 trade now. So I'm pretty sure this is going down to a 1v1 at the end. Both teammates being down. Here it comes on the wall. Tack versus tack. Shotguns out. Goes for the end of the shot. 142. Can he put it on second? No, there's still someone alive. The heal off is happening now. Using those floppers you talked about, trying to stay in Storm. They're dropping the rockets. He's here on ultimate low ground. The Storm is closing out. He can't hold the builds. I can't see his health, but he's just eating those floppers. So I have to think that he's pretty healthy right now.
1v1.
That is true. It's a 1v1. This is Pro Hennis and Matty NF. They're trying to hold out right here. He found some more flops, but it's not going to be enough. He can't pop a mech hit or anything. He has to take the fight, and no, he gets picked off from the side. As it looks like it was overtime. Orange who takes the first victory royale in game number 1. GG's, Aussie.
GG's. Overtime Orange, and he's dropping the Travis Scott emote as well. Obviously a crazy event that happened up here near the island, so very, very fitting. But that was an interesting last game. I saw the crash pads come into play, probably not the way I fully expected them to. But yeah, they did come into play.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you know, it just comes full circle here in the Fortnite world, man. That was such a good game, just overall. I did not expect it to go down to the wire. Interesting seeing a game play out under pub rules. Like, this is something we never really get to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it went to full closeout, right? Like, I have never seen, or I have not for the longest time seen a public match with non-com settings go to a full closeout. That was super entertaining. The player that won at overtime Orange wasn't even in the zone. He was sitting out deep. They went for the flopper heal off. That had all the characteristics of a normal competitive game. High ground advantage, mobility, superior mats, health. Like, that was a good game to watch.
Not only that, we got to give so much credit, man. Let's take a minute here. Let's give some credit to C9 Keo. Lost Roadie Bros way early on the island. Dude was holding it down for a second there. He started turning on the gas pedal, right? Taking walls, doing all the fancy stuff you'd expect of a top tier, a player that plays the game every day, okay? I play the game every day. I'm sure you play the game every day, Aussie. I still, you know what I mean? Like, this night and day difference. This guy's another caliber.
Oh, yeah. Like, you even saw there, like, that box fight where he walked up to the wall, heavy sniped the wall, edited the peanut butter, which is that top right little edit, keeps himself safe, gets the pump shot, re-edits, stare through, reverse. Like, that's just, again, that was perfect competitive play. I think Keo could have gone toe-to-toe with almost any competitive player with those mechanics that game. So, some of these guys in there playing maybe competitive Fortnite for their first time. It's a charity event. We'll see how they stack up. But for us, as commentators, I love watching that fun element of people trying to muck around and have fun. But that was a good end game. That was a very solid competitive match to watch. I had fun with it.
That was pretty solid. I need the people in the chat to start doing some investigations for us. Let us know who in there was streaming at the end. I saw Pro Hennis. I saw Matty NF. I've been to Matty NF stream as well, and Pro Hennis. So we got to get some more of these perspectives up here. Let's get the ops team on the hunt, man. There's some sleepers out there. Regardless of what, things are kind of going crazy right now. Aussie, where'd your camera go? What happened?
Oh, you know, same thing, man. We're always broadcasting from down under. There is quite a distance between me, obviously, in the US. Sometimes we lose my pretty camera. I have spent a lot making my room as nice as possible. All I want to do is show it off of the world. But no, apparently I can't. It's fine. We got my picture of me commentating AO, so I'm fine with that one. But we've lost me, but I'm still here in spirit. I've got the voice. I can see everything. You guys just can't see my face, unfortunately.
Hey, he's pulling the good old Aussie special. Come on, chat. Band together.
Yeah.
Band together and give us the nice little Aussie special right here.
Oh my
But regardless of what, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching here so far at the COV-AID Charity. things are cooking up here. We have more games underway. We're going to be tossing to a break just shortly now, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, so more action will return. Thank you guys for tuning in here. Ooh, that hype music, Aussie, gets me going every single time. Welcome back, guys, to the COV-AID Charity. I'm MonsterDFace, joined with Aussie Antics, the still photo himself, the Aussie special himself. What's up, Aussie?
Oh, not much. I'm excited for some more gameplay. Yes, the Aussie special. I always wanted to have like that moment as a commentator, like my claim to fame. And apparently it's the fact that my internet does not like me having my beautiful face on camera. So that's fine. I'm back. How you feeling for this game coming up, Monster? Any predictions? Anyone you're looking out for? Obviously, we saw Keo dominate in that game. I think if those two stay alive, you'd have to pick them as the win. But is there anyone else you're looking for this round?
No, I mean, I want to see some more of the Roadie Bros. We didn't really get to see Roadie Bros and Keos in the early game. We kind of jumped in with them late, but now that they are on our radar, I'm sure we'll be able to follow them a little bit more. But hey, listen, while we're on the topic of beautiful people and beautiful smiles, that's a smile you guys at home can absolutely donate for, okay? So hit that charity link, do it in the chat. Make sure you're showing this man some love and showing the charity some love today, okay? It's the COV-AID. I see the Twitch chat. It seems like you guys are in a great mood. I'm in a great mood. I love commentating this kind of stuff. We're up here. We're doing Fortnite today.
Yeah, we're doing Fortnite, our favorite, the Fortnite special, right? It's actually so good, these games where you can see people in there, haven't played competitively too much, mixing it with some competitive veterans, still having a good time with it, right? That is the joy of Fortnite. You can pick it up and just have a go. The fact that it's duos is kind of interesting, seeing some of those team dynamics play out, who's going to lead the other player. Like I said, I know one of the teams I'm looking out for this game going into it is Arab as well, only because he's playing with someone less experienced, seeing how that dynamic comes out, one pro and one casual player.
That is true, man. Arabs the Slayer. I know we talked him up just a little bit. Being that we didn't have the necessary Sky View or anything, I'm not too sure what happened. I'll be paying close attention to that elimination feed coming in this next one. I know RBK Concealed is playing today. How did he drag himself in a tournament? I mean, he's an org owner playing Fortnite. I love that.
Yeah, he's great though. Concealed is that kind of guy. I live by example. Every time I talk to him as well, I see him streaming like League of Legends at like 2 in the morning, and it's like, why are you playing this? It's like, yeah, man, because I just want to play some games, man. I just want to stream and lead by example.
Hey, man, that's the best thing about it. Aussie, I know you're like new into the world of content creation and stuff. Has Fortnite been the only title you've really focused on in your like streaming career?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I'll do some other small stuff here, some variety stuff. I mean, I stream with my fiance, I get everyone involved, but for the most part, yeah, Fortnite, like I said, I've never had a game that's just drawn my attention for this long, right? Like I've jumped around games in the past. I've been playing consistently pretty much every day since it came out, and I haven't really wanted to play anything else. So it's helped my content. Now with commentary, I'm getting like opportunities like this to talk about the game I love with such a big platform. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else. I'm loving it.
That's pretty awesome, man. I remember my first journey onto Twitch and all that good stuff. Feels like it was ages ago, but what isn't long ago is the fact that these games are ready to go. We got game number 2 just about ready, guys. We just came out of game 1. It was a great game 1. Things kind of popped off. We saw a little bit of Travis Scott emoting towards the end. We saw Pro Hennis out there. We saw Maddie NF, right? That was a crazy end game.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, we're talking about crazy. I just saw the graphic up there at the bottom with $355,000 raised. I was talking about obviously doing things for charity. I did a charity stream a little while ago. I shaved my head and my beard that I grew for like 6 months for $5,000. $355,000. That is so impressive. So thank you anyone who's shown some love today to the charity. It's awesome. This is a cause that's obviously affected everyone around the world. So thank you so much for supporting, guys. We're jumping into the game now. We have Pro Hennis and Maddie NF, and they're going for more of a safe drop as well. They're flying past Slurpee, some of those major points of interest that you'd expect to see people on, and looking like they're going for a real safe drop. There's a couple of houses over there with a couple chests, and that's what they're going to go off.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, when we joined in here, it was like 345,000. So that number's going up. We appreciate it. Keep it raising and climbing. Let's go. And yeah, here's one of our second place team that we saw make it all the way through to the end. Oh, they're landing at the little sunny beaches over here, the sunny houses.
Yeah, I actually like this drop. This is one of my solo drops. I like going here. It's a good drop, especially because we talked about the advantage of having those fish, right? This is a drop that has guaranteed fishing rod. It has some fishing pools around it, so you can get some of those floppers, which will become very important towards the end game. I mean, I could see this game, if people start adapting to it, they could start adapting to a heal-off meta, right? If you know zone's going to keep closing out, it's predictable going in one direction. With 3,000 materials, you could just go for a pure heal-off and maybe win this one. We see the launch pad too. They're getting blessed right now.
Absolutely, kind of chilling right now. The Rainbow Rental is such a good spot. This is like a little underrated spot. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a great spot for a duo competition, but I mean, you're right. Those floppers are just huge. Not only that, I mean, they're on the edge of the map, right? Less likely to come across players from being behind them, so that's pretty cool. And ooh, Lucky Find. Get some stuff a harpoon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice and quick to get their farm on here now.
Oh, and look at that. Look at the teamwork here, sharing it. So Hennis could have used that slurp fish to go up to 100 himself. He saw Maddie only got to use one mini before, and then he throws the flopper over. You love to see a little bit of teamwork there, not going selfish, letting Maddie have a bit more shield. But yeah, they're in a nice spot where I would say it's not the best as a duo to go by yourself, but if you can rotate somewhere else now and get some more loot, I feel like there's a fair few spots on their way through past Holly there where they can pick up a little bit more if they need it.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, that is true. It looks like they're gonna play this beach for a little bit here, try to get their resources up. Remember, Fortnite is all about building, so you got to get that resource up where you can, get it where you can.
Yeah, that's what my chat's saying right now.
Let's see right now. I think Pro Hennis has got the cue. He knows he's on stream. Look at the smile. Yeah, hey, he's waving at us, dude.
Show them some love, guys, as well. Obviously, we got the official stream going here, but you can find all these individual streams. It's about them as well. They're giving up and donating their time to help this cause too. So please go show them some love. Anyone we watch today, they're all great content creators. They're giving up their day to help out too. So thank you so much. I mean, also, I'm not going to do it myself because I'm doing very well over here, but please go show MonsterDFace some love too. MonsterDFace has been in the competitive Fortnite community forever. All of you guys obviously know him, but we're out here enjoying some more lighthearted competitive Fortnite today.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I think
appreciate being up here on the stage representing for Fortnite. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just kind of listening to the comms right now, trying to see what they're bantering about a little bit there. I knew that they were on the camera and they kind of perked up, so that's a good feeling. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fade on in. Let's go ahead and listen to the team comms, get some of that chemistry going since they know they're on stream right now. Let's see how they show out.
Let's see if we can rotate like between Holly. Actually, no. Let's go down this way and see if we can get some fish.
Okay. I don't have a harpoon or anything.
It's okay. I have one. I'm actually gonna go back and grab a fishing pole too. I'm just gonna drop these 3 frags. I don't really want these.
Okay. Whew.
Careful. There's a team that landed logjam, so don't get too close to logjam.
Okay. We got so lucky with zones last time too.
Yeah.
Last game. That was
Right.
really nice.
What we got, luckily, no one like got the best spot. There's like middle, like high ground, like in the middle of the circle, and like 4 zone.
Yeah.
We got really lucky by getting that.
Okay, so the mainstream's on you now.
Oh my God! Are you gaming?
I'll just keep you updated. I'll just keep you updated. Let you know what's going on.
Are you watching it in the stream?
What?
Are you watching the main stream? Here, let's see if we can go
No,
down to
Billy just
Shanty
said they
Town.
switched to you now.
Bro, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you can hear my audio, but my stream quality is terrible. You can blame that on my internet provider. Try to put them on blast on the mainstream in a charity tournament.
Oh God.
I
He's
won't. I
calling
won't.
out.
Here, grab those mushrooms right there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
We're a high placing team, Maddie. We're gonna get the
I
attention.
know!
Right now, dude.
What a thunker, dude!
Honestly.
We're
This really
oh,
ain't
my
bad.
game almost just crashed. Holy crap. Don't want to get too confident here.
There's
Okay,
minis
still
right up
need
here too.
shield. Yeah, there's, oh, nice. I'll grab those.
All right, you guys got a little taste of the duo right here. Kind of getting ready up. They're moving across those slurpy swamps here. And you hear the chemistry. That's what I really want to tune in for. As you see, Pro Hennis has his stream chat out, and all you can see is like his chat just talking about it. Like they're like backseating the cast. Like, oh snap, they're listening to you. You know what I mean? That's so awesome. And communities get so involved.
Oh, it's so much fun. That's what I love. Like, I do my viewing parties for tournaments too, and it's so cool when you have that little streamer and then their friends in the corner. Oh, he's watching. It's always so much fun. It's cool to give these people the opportunity. And I mean, talking about the comms, they're a bit of the banter, but the actual strategy was really, really good there. They're going to rotate down, get the extra metal, get the mats, get the fish. Like, this is a team that's not joking around right now. They want to win this.
No, I love it. I even love having the Banished Bazooka. I think it's such a powerful weapon or a utility in the endgame. Here's a little fight that's happening right now, though, with a team that's based up. And it seems like they're not afraid to take it. They're kind of half committed here, and every single time they're inching up little by little. But no, Pro Hennis is going to kind of throw down the white flag. He's going to back up. Little low ground peak, though. Great 25 shot.
Just launch padded. You went back.
Yeah,
He's
he's got
gonna
nice
do- oh, he
angles. He's
patted
trying to keep
away.
himself safe. Oh, the play, no, crash pad. So it wasn't full launch pad, crash pad, getting a bit of distance, but not that far. I say not that far. I see 3 of them and a helicopter. So this guy could be pretty much anywhere at this point as well. Also going off the feed, I saw your mate, Vape Jesus, just getting elimination in the feed. So he's still running around, fragging out. So he's doing well. But yeah, they've got a good zone for this one. And they've got really good meds for it. The main thing they're going for is trying to max out on that material. They've rotated back down towards Slurpee where they can find maybe some of that metal. But yeah, it's interesting to see. Again, we're talking about a charity event, people playing it for fun, but we just saw a disengage after an engagement of a fight. Like these are players that are identifying that this is not a smart fight to take and they want to get away. That's crazy.
Hey, you saw the DoorDash ad right there. They're showing up. Everyone here coming together. No, you're right. I mean, that's the sign of a veteran team, or at least a duo you should probably be a little wary of, right? Of all the kinds of duos that we have in here, the caliber of different duos. A team that knows or recognizes a good disengage, I mean, you got to be kind of careful.
Definitely. And yeah, Griff Tuck, you can tell Hennis that we definitely think he's got a good strategy right now. He is playing this perfectly. We're gassing him up on the mainstream. I see you in the chat as well. Don't you worry. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
66 alive. They're going back to where they started, but they gained a lot from that rotate, went down, got some more material. They're now coming back up, staying on this edge, staying safe. It's a good spot to be on because you know no one can be to your west. You're on the west coastline. No one can come up there. So they're looking at a good spot on this rotate. They're having some fun with it. You love to see the banter.
I'm laughing right now, Aussie. I looked over at the chat and I see COV-AID says, "Hey, we freed Benny." So I don't know if you noticed, they were going crazy for freeing Benny. So Benny has been freed, guys. Don't worry, you can ease up now. It's all good. There he is. Benny
Am I meant? Wait, Benny was unfree? Was Benny one of my mods? What happened to Benny?
In the chat, I don't know what happened. Benny was taken out. He was caught in the crossfire, right? They had to put him down. So,
Benny, represent well. I'm talking about these guys in their chats. Mods, anyone from my community, behave. Please represent well.
Here's the thing, though. Someone said they were going to give $10 if Benny was free. So now we want $10, right? Hit the donation link. We want the $10, man. We freed him. We freed him for a good cause. All right.
I want to see it. I want to.
I was just gonna say, you guys heard DJ Wheat in the previous segment kind of talking about it. Guys, every single donation also enters you into these raffle segments. There's some really dope prizes, like special prizes you won't win anywhere else. Okay, so all those dollars count as well, right? You win a little something for contributing for a good cause. So get on it.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see that donation. I want to see the little donation overlay they've had up, and I want to see that go up exactly $10. I want to see next time it comes up. Hold your dono. I want to see it. I want to see it go up right then and there. But yes, thank you guys for contributing today. Again, we're talking about donations, but if you're in the stream today, we mentioned it last game, just from watching, we've got DoorDash as well, delivering 1 meal for every unique viewer that watches today. That is crazy. So if you come in today, you don't have any money, thank you for watching Fortnite. You have actually contributed a meal to someone who is in need during these hard times. So thank you for supporting today. Even if you can't donate, we love you. Thank you for being here.
Hey, shout out to Cheeky Romero. I see his name down there. $100 on the top donor of the sesh. Gotta appreciate that. Very, very awesome. I see a prize up for 10,000 V-Bucks. Can I get the confirmation from the back? In the next 10 minutes, is this one of the kind of giveaway gifts that is in the air? One of the raffling gifts? The next 10, I think anyone that donates probably within this allotted time, you probably have some opportunity. Maybe not exactly that, but hey, still, as you see down there, donate during the countdown to enter, okay? So the countdown's still going. Make sure you guys are donating. Win some gifts. So there's 10,000
V-Bucks. Not bad, man. That's crazy. So again, I know they've got some commands in chat. Anyone who's from my stream knows how much I love to use the commands. So you guys aren't asking us a million questions. ! Giveaway in the COV-AID chat. We'll get like all the information you need to know on these giveaways. But yeah, 10,000 V-Bucks just for donating. You give some, you get some. Fortnite helping out the cause too. You love to see it.
So awesome. Here's Keo, Roadie Bros. Oh boy, they're right on the heels of what would be Pro Hennis and Maddie NF. They're playing the same exact area right now. They've rotated right over to the Rainbow Rentals over here. I'm very, very interested to see if they come across each other. Aussie, I've been talking to you so much lately. I got the word keen in the back of my vocabulary now. I'm very keen to listen. I'm like, oh snap, I almost said it. Look.
Keen. The other one is the reckon. I think I've started to bring reckon into more of the American viewers' vocabulary a little bit there too. I'm glad I can help out. From you guys, I'm getting vibing. My fiance was like, why do you keep saying everything's vibing? And I'm like, I don't know why everything's just vibing. I don't know what to tell you. But as we see, Vibe Keo is going for the fish, not in a fishing hole. So he's trying to pick up. I think he's going to try and pick up a flopper maybe, which is a very, very hard chance. I don't know. He's trying to fish not into the fishing hole. Maybe some small fry could be going for that full heal-off strategy. But it's interesting to see two of the teams we've mentioned looking out for are both following the exact same strategy. Same spot, just maybe 2 minutes delayed.
Hey, that's a good call though, right? Like just even the small fry. Look, he already has floppers in the inventory. He has about 5 of them from, I think, what I see here. Small fry help. You can stack up to 4 of them. They heal for 25. So, I mean, they're still going to go for heal off. Based on the comms we're doing a little bit there, about dropping the minis, I think they're going for full heal off. So what we mentioned there is when the zone closes out, if you have enough meds, you can go for the heal off. So these fish, and they're going to give you health meds, not shields. So they're going to contribute to that green bar in the bottom left. So if it's end game and you're taking 10 damage a second, but you have, five floppers and some small fries, you can heal it so long that even if your opponent has better weapons, they don't get a chance to fight you because you're just in the storm. There's nothing they can do about it. And they're going for it. They're fishing up the full sushi bar here. Could you imagine if the zone ends here too and they're just like fishing away? Like that would be an interesting end game. But oh my gosh, Keo put down the rifle, dude. He's connected with over 88 damage. Another 22 shot right there. That was a shield crack. This dude is hitting the pixel right now if I've ever seen it. Yeah, it's almost out of render distance. That's crazy. But you talk about the playing in the storm here. I mean, I did a charity stream a little while ago with YouTube Lachlan where that was exactly our goal. It is possible. You can stay here in storm with enough small fry and out heal it for an insanely long amount of time. So maybe they don't go for that full strategy, but I think this small fry is the strat. It's true. Let's get these fish kind of up and going here. You can hear, I think what they're going to end up doing, I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up dropping like an AR or something to stack more fish than usual. There was a Twitch tournament that happened not long ago as well, and we saw a very similar strategy. It seems like these guys kind of figured out, and it's funny, it was after game number 1 that they figured, oh snap, yeah, we can just heal. So I'm sorry to break it to you guys viewers. I think the pros are figuring it out. They're gonna start go for their heal offs.
At the same time, it's always so entertaining watching to the end. Yeah, the build-up can sometimes be a bit interesting. Oh, the Slowfish too, they've got really good loadout for this. The build-up can be a little bit slow. It is just fishing simulator, but the end game, when you're going against the clock, 10 health ticking down, 1, 2, small fry, like it is very intense. It's very exciting towards the end. That tournament, the Twitch Rivals one we're talking about, it was coming down to some players. Like I think I watched Cypher PK go through 16 floppers at one point and only just win because they were in Storm for that long. It's super, super exciting.
Wait, they just ran away from that team. So I thought they might have thought to get aggressive there, but no, instead they're gonna back up. They're kind of moving around the outer circle. Where are they going right? Oh, they're going to the zone this early?
I don't
know. No way. What are they doing right now? They're moving outside of the zone. This is kind of interesting.
Are they going to the rig to maybe get more meds? The vault in the rig is going to guarantee a bandage
no
cannon or some
idea.
med kits. Maybe
that's what it is.
Oh, wait. I think they're going to skybase. They're going to try and skybase off the rig.
Oh, my God.
That's the play. They're skybasing off the rig. So they're going deeper into Storm so no one can see where the skybase starts. And they're going to go off the rig. This is so genius. This is what I wanted. Some people to have some fun with it. Go for those strategies you can't normally pull off in competitive. They've got the 3,000 materials like we touched on earlier. And they're going to go for the skybase. If they don't go for skybase now, I'm going to be sad. But it has to be it. It is. It's a skybase. Oh, the rotated stair skybase. So it's even harder to shoot out. Keo knows what he's doing.
I was going to say,
oh my gosh.
Skybase though? This is about to go into 5-tick Aussie. What are they doing?
They've got enough meds for him. They might be able to. I mean,
they're trying to.
No one's looking out into Storm. No one's looking into Storm this deep. This is what the small fries are for. This is what they did. They built up for this monster. They know what they're doing. Look at this. This is a professional skybase.
I don't know if I have faith, man. 20 seconds. They gotta get back to the safety. We're gonna find out, though. We will find out.
I feel like I'm out of OC, one of the absolute meme regions. You got Musel, you got Lachlan, you got Mal, McCreamy. So many of those guys pull off these strategies all the time. I'm so used to seeing them. I think this is going to work. Here it is. Now they're going to go up. So the reason why he has that rotated stair is because it's harder to see from a distance. It's not as obvious and as bulky. They're going to have to use their meds to get in. They maybe mistimed it just, but Keo, let's see if it happens. Here comes the heavier ticks. They're going to have to use a lot of those fish to get in. So right now it's gone up to a 5 tick, as you can see in the bottom right. He's dropping the fish. They got to start going across though. Not going across here.
Someone's gonna have to sacrifice themselves.
Oh no! I
don't think they have enough for each
of them. No, they should just give it all to one.
We needed to sacrifice one of these guys.
Oh, Slowfish.
Oh my God.
Slowfish. I think he's okay. No, I think he's okay. Is that 2? He's got enough Slowfish. This could be okay. He has a chance at this.
Wait, he choked. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're fine.
No, he's got 1 Slowfish left. Go.
He just made it, dude.
He made it. And they get the revive off too. You had no faith.
way.
I didn't doubt it for a second. I swear. Everyone in chat, don't clip it. I had full faith. There's no way they were going to mess that up. They get the revive. They timed it to perfection. But this is far from zone. There's a high mat cap, but they need a lot of mats.
I love how Rhodey just like died right there. Like if he didn't have that 1 extra, like it was over. Oh my gosh.
It's good though. They've got to make sure no one sees them though. If they take any of those shots, they're going to make themselves a target for everybody. But they've done this really well at this point. 25 alive. They've done well regardless.
They just might as well build up a little higher or something. I don't even know.
Maybe. I just don't know how many mats we've got on Rhodey. That's the issue. So right now I'm looking at about, I think I'm going to do the quick math, maybe like around 1,000, just over 1,000 mats on Keo. That's going to get them a fair few squares in, but this is a pretty far away zone. Oh, they're going for the half floors now to try and keep themselves even more hidden again. It's so scary though. Like, I don't know. I've been playing this game for a long time. I've done sky bases. They always make me a little bit nervous. Like there's just something about this.
Hey, they're just storm trailing right now. Hey, listen, he's got the crash pad, so they'll be all right. This is a crazy play that in either way, they'll be able to hit the bottom of the ground and be A-okay. I don't know how far it's going to go, but this is still very, very hype, to say the least.
They're doing well. They're going to try and make their way through. So we got those crash pads in the inventory, but Keo's having a good time. And this is what you wanted. I was hoping they weren't going to go for the sweaty heal off. This is the strategies I want to see. It's a charity event. Use that big brain competitive to figure out a strategy for a bit more fun, not just the win. And they're almost in the next zone once they've almost made it. I just don't want to hear that dreaded shooting. You see Rhodey crouching up from behind trying to sneak as if there's players just beneath him. They've got like at least 150 meters on the rest of the competition above them now.
Listen, the way they get caught is if an airdrop lands on them and people look up for it. That's how they get caught now. We're gonna hop around a little bit here. Here's another perspective. You guys can see up in the top donor right there, Joe Lee with $250. Gotta appreciate that. My gosh, keep it coming, guys.
Thank you so much, Julie. We appreciate you.
Here we are. We're with Virus right now. He's in the thick of it. I mean, he's not up in the base. He's down here. He's got his good loadout. He's playing the turtle game right now. He's chilling.
I lazed him.
Oh, they fell, no. So they've lost their high ground. They've lost the sky base. But like we said, they had those crash pads in the inventory, so they're still not in the worst spot. Unfortunately, they used all their meds in the storm, so they don't have any meds left. But they still have a chance of winning this one. Keo and Rhodey, a very scary duo, like you said. So I think toe-to-toe, they should still be one to look out for, even backed against the ropes with no meds.
Listen, whoever knocked down that the sky base, we got a bone to pick, man. How dare you take them off the height, all right? They were our chosen ones.
Yo, are there any white heels over here? Yeah, I just
Uh-oh. He's figuring it out now. He needs some heals and stuff. This is kind of rough, but he did find some bandages for Rhodey Bro. So, hey, all the memes aside, at least he will be able to bounce back. Quite interesting to find an umbrella.
Yeah, I didn't think how that's going to play into it. So again, in the regular game mode, we now have umbrellas. So it's an item that isn't in the competitive format. It's a great item. You can use it. You can hold right click, or depending if you're on controller, you hold defend, and you can block bullets. So what he's doing right there, if they get shot at, he's actually blocking bullets, which could be a great way to rotate without using too many of the materials that they are unfortunately running out of.
That is true. Have a couple of options. Let's see now. He's going to hit the nice little rotate across the side here. Look how many players are done situated up. There's a team all the way up on height. He doesn't have a lot of material, being that, of course, they were attempting to sky base it out. But hey, he's center zone right now, so they're kind of hanging. They will be able to get a couple of zones for free here.
They've got the crash pads. They want to try and make a play for high ground. They take down, I think that's Swain. Unfortunately, Swain's going down. Gets elimination. Oh, there's the minigun. We saw how much this affected his game last time. Keo went down to that minigun. The pressure that applied from underneath is looking a bit reminiscent. But last game, he didn't have Rhodey backing him up. But shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe, they might be able to pull it off this game. They're running out of those mats pretty quickly. Zone is going to keep closing in towards where they are. It's not going to rotate outside. So the mats they have may be enough, but they're probably going to have to look for an elimination pretty soon. Get some of those meds back, get a refresh, get an impact frag, as you would normally call it in competitive Fortnite.
Yeah, those guys are definitely going crazy down there. They're firing straight up, trying to see what they can find here. It's going to be nothing. Keo's looking back at the zone right now. I love that he's spotted out. Potentially a team there. No, guess not. He's just making sure he's clearing out his area. 15 players, 14 players alive now. Someone just went down on the feed right there. He's trying to figure out how he's going to use this umbrella here. There's a couple cool things you can do with this, too. We didn't talk about the fact that you can charge up with it. So
definitely.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me at him.
I want to go kill this.
I think he's looking. He's biting for it. I think he wants to get out there with the umbrella. I mean, the umbrella is used as a weapon as well. You can use it close range, and you can do a fair bit of damage with it. I believe it's 50 per hit at point blank range, which is in a wide arc, in a sweeping arc where you can't miss because it's not about aim. It's not bad if you get inside someone's box. So we'll see if he can maybe use it. I'm thinking about it for the trick shot mentality. Unfortunately, he's got the crash pad. He's got the umbrella. It's the ultimate trick shot combo, but he doesn't have the heavy sniper. They've already gone for one meme play today. I want to see if they go for another maybe.
I wouldn't put it past my boys right here. They're running slowly but surely out of medium bullets right now, Aussie. I'm seeing 30 in the tank. This is kind of rough here. They can effectively reload one more mag here, guys. So, yeah, they might be number one right now in their hearts, but they're going to have to still execute all the way through. See the dancing. Okay.
Oh, dancing together. Nice.
The box.
Having some fun with it. Again, like you said, they don't have the ammo, right? There's not much else to be doing. They can't shoot it much. They're going to sit here. They're going to dance, have a good time with it. Zone's about to close, and it's going to move. So now they're getting real. They're getting serious. They've got the tack, though. He's got the shotgun. We're going to tune over to dexterity now. He's clutching it up solo like we saw Keo doing it last time. The heavy sniper comes through, takes the wall. This is a player who knows what he's doing. We haven't seen dexterity much today, but geez, he's making a name for himself, showing why we should pay attention. That was a very fast heavy sniper wall take. Can he do it again? No. Maybe it's a fool me once. Shame on you. Can he fool him twice? He's going for the wall. He takes it. He does it again. But they disappear. I don't even know where they just went, Monster.
Oh, there that camera angle. He didn't have a good one. That was a great shot right there, too. Connecting with the pump. He's got full control of these builds right now. He's looking for some legs, some feet, anything he can find right now. A pixel will count. He's got 4 floppers, so he can take his time here in the zone. He's not too worried about the storm pressure. There isn't any siphon, so he's not going to get a heal for confirming the Elam like he normally would. I feel right now he's like going into muscle memory mode, kind of hunting for the Elam. It doesn't really matter too much, so he's kind of easing his way in. He switches over to hard mass. This is it. This is going all the way down to the wire now. You can see there's no more other zones left. The 9th zone is now continuing to close here. 50 seconds on the clock. He's got an RPG, drops a player down, connects for 33. Needs more, Aussie.
Yeah, geez, when you say the eliminations don't mean that much, I mean, he's got 14, so obviously didn't get the memo. This team has 14 eliminations, 11, there you go, 12 of them on Dex here alone. He's going to try and go through another rocket, another pump shot. He is slaying out on low ground. This is someone to watch out for sure. We might be watching the winner right now. He's putting on a clinic with that rocket and that pump. He's going to try and find his way through again if he can. The edit comes out. He can't quite find this player. The crash pads are going crazy. We can't see exactly where he is. He's picked up his shotgun again. Legendary pump in hand. He can 100 anyone in this lobby, so you can't count him out. He's got the floppers too. We talked about that heal-off strategy. I think he might be going for it. He's building up the baseboard. He has 10 of the floppers. Keo's still alive. He's trying to find his way in. I don't think he's going to find his way in. He's got the floppers. He goes down. Rhodey goes down. Keo has to keep dropping. I think Dex is going to win this on the low ground. 1 or 2 ticks, and it's going to take out Keo. This is it. Dex is going for the meds. Here it is. 1 flopper. He's got him for days. He says, Keo, I'm sorry, mate. That's it. There it is. It comes down to the floppers. You predicted it, Monster.
Throws a little clown emoji for some salt. He had so many flops. Look at this troll. Look at it. Look at it. He's flashing right now. Dude,
this is how many extra I had.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, that's the equivalent of going to club, taking out a stack of money, and just, like, raining it on the club, right? He is just flashing the floppers. Those are worth so much. That's the commodity, right? That's the Fortnite currency.
13 kills.
Yeah, pretty much. Endgame, when it comes down to a lobby like that, floppers are the currency. I think he had an extra like 7 or 8 there, so he could have healed off for so much longer. He convincingly won that. But it wasn't just the typical heal off. He got so many eliminations to get himself in the position for that heal off. That wasn't a passive player sitting in a box. That was an aggressive player that got rewarded for how many eliminations he picked up.
Hey, listen, we got to see some more dexterity, man. The way he was popping off right there, fragging out. I think as a duo, that team right there had about 16, 17 eliminations coming into that end game. But not only that, he himself had over 14 or so. So he's definitely putting up the bulk of the elims. Got to see what those guys are doing. I mean, that's the reason why he had all the fish, like you said, right? He earned them himself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the same time, I think other players there, though, I'm pretty sure the other players knew they were carrying the floppers as well. They were getting ready for it. We have a massive list of sponsors here. Do you want to run through it, Monster?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's give a nice thank you to all the COV-AID sponsors coming together here from the top to bottom. You have United Gaming, Skillshot, FOS, the film quality service right there, Soft Giving, and just everyone here listed out from HyperX to DoorDash, Control Freak, Moji Chat, T-Mobile, GoPuff. And we have so many sponsors. Like you said, guys, this is a day of coming together as a community, banding together. And honestly, it's all for a good cause. So thank you once again to Lunchbox, Sub Nation, USpeech, King Sneakers, University of New Haven, and Zoom MPH. I think I hit all of those right there, so I'll take that. Let's get through all of them right there, Aussie.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, thank you so much, everyone. I saw a bunch of different walks of life in there as well. We had sneakers, we had gaming apparel, we had HyperX. That's crazy. Like, thank you, everyone coming together. Again, we're all being affected by this cause, so everyone's banding together to try and support it. If you've watched the stream today, DoorDash is matching every single viewer that comes in today that's unique with a meal to someone in need during this time. So thank you so much. We appreciate all of you.
All right, and with that, guys, we're going to throw to another short break. Don't go anywhere. When we return, it'll be the last game of the Fortnite segment. There's so much more action going on today. We'll be back with the COV-AID Charity Run. Wait, if you blinked, you missed it. That game was over in a flash because Dexterity was popping off in the end game. There's some highlights in there for sure. Welcome back to the COV-AID Charity, guys, from MonsterDFace. Joined with Aussie Antics from across the way here. What's up, Aussie?
Hey, thanks so much for having me again. Last game, hopefully it closes out as excitingly as the one before it. I think we're going to have to tune in Dexterity. There's going to be some high-limb games in there. He was popping off.
Hey, listen, man, I always say this, when the gameplay is good, it makes my job so much easier because, you know, it just speaks for itself. So please do, Obs. Find Dexterity. Give the man some more airtime. The dude had almost 20 elims. He's clearly, how do I say it? He's got the sweatpants out, right? He's sweating. He's going crazy right now.
Yeah, he's going for it for sure as well. We saw then a little bit of the heal-off strategy. I think it's worth noting as well, it wasn't just the Dexterity picked up those floppers. I think everyone else was running them. So it looks like they're adopting that strategy, and maybe this is going to come down to a heal-off. But I hope people like Keo keep having fun with it and try and go for those sky bases, those meme strategies. It's what these charity events are all about. I like competitive end games. I like that, but I do want a bit of flavor in there, a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really good find right there. And don't forget, guys, this is the hashtag stream COV-AID charity event right now, all done on behalf of the community. Make sure you guys are giving where you can, and if you can't donate yourself, just share the stream, right? Drop the Twitch link, drop the YouTube link, do what you got to do, get it out there, get that donate link out there. Every single ounce counts. Game 3 is basically loading up. Things are going to be going on the way. It's going to be the last game of the Fortnite segment. I feel like it all happened so quickly. I don't know how we just got from point A to point B, but man, we're coming into our last block right here for Fortnite.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the same time, like we said, share it around, guys. Bring some faces in here. I saw a bunch of my viewers in here. Thank you guys for showing up and supporting. I've said it a few times now. DoorDash is matching every single one of you guys who watches with a meal to someone in need during this time, which is crazy. So again, guys, share on your Twitter, share some love with everyone around. Get them in here. Watch some Fortnite. It's going to be fun. The final game closing out, but this stream is going all day as well. So Fortnite's not your game, or you have friends who like other games. We do have a bunch more action happening later. And Mandy, to be honest, thank you so much for the $110 donation. That is huge. We appreciate you massively.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can see right here how much benefiting America's Boys and Girls Clubs America and everyone else here at the COV-AID is kind of rounded up and donated as a whole. $357,840.70. That's actually insane. So much money, and the numbers have gone up since we've been casting. So I'm so blessed to be behind the mic right here with you, and you know, we're helping contribute to a cause. You know, this is such a beautiful kind of thing. We're all coming together here. That's what the live streaming community is all about. I feel like the gaming as a whole has really put a spotlight on charity like no other industry, like seriously.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the whole point we talked about. Like I talked about Keo there. We know their history. It brings people together. They have fun. I'm pretty sure I saw Keo's sub alert there was him doing a backflip at one of the Fortnite events that I'm sure you were probably casting at. Like, it's just crazy to bring everyone together, having fun. Every time I do these events, when I play in them or whether I cast them, I meet so many new and beautiful faces. And then all people who have that same mindset of trying to use gaming and this online platform for just the good, right? Trying to help in a pretty rough time. And I can't imagine what my life would look like right now without Twitch because of my career, or just during this time of COVID being inside and then being able to still connect and then share those experiences with people. It's incredible.
It looks like there's a bounty on my life here for $1,000, guys. You guys are going to have to meet it or they're going to take me off the cast. Oh, no. Here's a list of all your donators in the recent, though. We have Jennifer, Sean, Velvet, Mandy, Natalie, and so many others. Thank you guys all once again for donating. It's not about the number. It's about the thought and the contribution in general. Yeah. Here's our last game, though, Austin. We're in game number 3 right now. It's about to go down.
It is about to go down. We're going to Holly Hedges. This is where Dex is going to start his run. Last game picked up an insane, I think, yeah, almost 20 eliminations between them as a duo. And this is where they started at Holly Hedges. And it looks like someone else is trying to start it here too because they're in a fight on spawn.
I mean, if there's a time to take them out, it's in the early game. This is where players are least likely to have shields and whatnot. There's a chart out there somewhere on the internet where it shows early game elims and end game elims, the two easiest times to eliminate an opponent. So that's the science. That's the real math speaking to you guys. This is the time to take it. Ooh, look, we have the other perspective here. It looks like we're tuned in with Trees and his teammates. So
Thank you to the Observer team. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Thank you, Observer team. Here we have a double perspective at Holy Hedges. We talk about these charity events being for fun, but damn, this is looking like a real comp event. Me and Monster used to casting these with the double perspective. This is nuts. Trying to hold it out inside Holy Hedges there. Oh, it goes around the corner. Chooses not to peek out there with the great tack. Has the left-hand peek, but gets stuck.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, up against that door. Can't make the way out. And then Daddy Biscu coming through. I believe that is the other team that is here now. So they're going to try and take this fight.
So you guys get to see the other perspectives. We are in just a bit of a delay, but this is Daddy Biscu's perspective in O2 Dex here. As we get to kind of see all of it. And man, I feel like, you know, for the Obs crew, you know, doing Fortnite and like doing a battle royale in general is so much harder than casting, or I feel like following a normal game, right? With so many more stories and players.
So much happening.
You do have to give props to the Obs crew. I know they appreciate it. Here's a look at the other angle, though. It's Dex who has to clutch up, and no. Oh, no, wait. That was Dex's team. Okay, that was the angle right there. Yeah, that was Bizku and Dex coming in. They actually wrapped that up really quickly.
That's all I got.
That's their first 2 eliminations of what may be a 20 bomb if last game is something to go off. But I feel like I got to mention this real quick, guys. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to pick up potentially a Nintendo Switch. I know we talked about it last game with these donations, guys. You're giving some and you're getting some. Right now, if you donate within the next 3 minutes and 5 seconds, you stand a chance to win a Nintendo Switch for your efforts. That's pretty crazy.
Definitely. I mean, when Nintendo Switches are hot right now, right? During this whole
hot
at-home quarantine, you guys, you know, need something to do. Get yourself a nice little Switch, right? Go on and do it. 2 minutes up on the clock here. Make sure you're giving for good.
For sure. At best, you pick up a Nintendo Switch and you help someone in need. At worst, you just help someone in need. Please, guys, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for tuning in, giving your time, your money, your effort, everything. Appreciate everyone involved in today. And again, guys, the action isn't over when we finish up. We have a whole bunch more gameplay today. I know Ninja's going to be on later for Warzone. What do you think about that, Monster? That is crazy.
Dude, Ninja's my boy, man. He's a gamer, that's for sure. One of the many that are super talented, not just one title, man. He's a killer across anything he plays.
Definitely. Always has fun with it too. Always doing stuff for good cause. He's done so much for charity in the past, so it's pretty crazy to see him coming out today as well. But we have Keo and Rody. Maybe last game, their Skybase left a sour taste in their mouth. Didn't work, came second. Maybe going a bit sweatier with the helicopter strategy here. Or they're just having some fun with it because they are rotating to Dirty Docks, which is away from zone. Possibly maybe trying to scout out whether it wasn't looted and see if they can get some extra. We'll have to see. Maybe grab their comms if possible, see what their gameplay is, what they're going to play out for the rest of the game, and what they're aiming to do.
I mean, they can do a lot with that chopper. Definitely can take some high ground or something with there. Maybe they go all the way up and try to get out of render distance. Who knows? This team right here has been the most unpredictable so far.
I think most inventive as well. Going for the strategies again. We talked about trying to figure out ways to have a bit of fun with it or sweat on it. Maybe last game was the fun game. This is the sweat game. We'll have to see. A lot of action going down in the feed. Last game of the day, people playing a bit more aggressive, maybe just letting it all out. Tried some strategies, didn't work. They just think they're going to go aggressive. People like Dex, I think we just saw him in the feed again. Maybe we're getting that perspective. Observer team, I love you today. We see in the feed, Dex picking up elimination. I think they just mentioned they quick-scoped someone taking shots into the bush. They got someone on the back foot.
That's right. He probably got the knock already, so he's looking for the finish right now.
He's right here. His teammate's in the bush.
Ooh, he just gave the call out. The teammates in the bush. The other guy's right there knocked. Let's see if he can get it. He actually does through the bush. No sight. He just hits it.
I just quick scoped it.
That was an impressive shot. Double quick scope. Damn, like I said, I think maybe they're going to drop the 20 bomb. We'll have to see. This is going to be the team to watch frag out for the rest of this. We've got the multiple perspectives, but it looks like Dex is like, no, bring the camera back on me. I want to put on a show.
That's right. I mean, they got the chopper too, so they'll be floating around, being able to get from point A to point B, wherever they need to. Let's see here, though. Let's evaluate the situation. The loadout's pretty good. Okay, so they came over to the agency. This is a spot where you can pick up a heavy sniper, hence why all of a sudden now they're kind of big chilling here. One cool little nifty trick, too. You come to these spots, you're guaranteed a blue heavy AR, and you can just side grade if you really wanted to normal AR. Kind of a cheese way to get a free blue weapon.
Yeah, if you have got the blue AR, it's worth it. Or even upgrade it too. You can side grade, then upgrade, get yourself up to an epic AR. We saw how lethal Keo was with that in the first game. Maybe being able to upgrade as well. Unfortunately, Match being on a slower farm rate due to the game mode right now, it's going to be a bit harder to farm those maps to go for upgrades, but the side grade, nice and cheap, easy way to get blue. And there you go, we see one of them going for it. Looks like his coup went for some kind of upgrade. There it is, opting not to go for the epic AR, wants the epic pump instead, so we can get that heavy 100-100 shot off.
That is true, and I'm looking over at the chat here for COVID. I see Benny got VIP. Let's go, COVID.
Oh, what is
Benny has got the biggest comeback of 2020, guys. All right, this is top 10 anime betrayals happening all at once right now. Okay, how does Benny come out #1 right now? I don't even know what's going on.
We have the redemption arc out here. That's crazy. 300. Oh, we just topped over $357,000 raised as well. Thank you. Everybody appreciate that. T-Mobile with a $220,000 top donor. I feel like we haven't touched that one as much when we've been up here. It's been up there the whole time. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to beat that. Someone prove me wrong. If you want to donate over $220,000, that is incredible generosity.
Can you imagine if we're live and someone drops 220,000? I think we're gonna have to get you to shave again, dude.
Oh no, I don't know about that one. Maybe we'll see. I did it for 5, so as if I'd be crazy not to do it for 220. But jeez, I might have to maybe run it by my fiance first. But, no, it's fine. Whatever. I'm in quarantine anyway. No one can see me, right?
True.
We'll just use that still image. Maybe on my stream, I can just pull up the still image, no webcam, and we'll be fine. No one will even know.
Hey, listen, just put it on the dog. You'll be right. They won't even see you there, dude. Oh, they just slid you in. No way.
I love this team so much. This is the greatest thing ever. Thank you for that.
Oh, snap.
It's on a team with a drum gun every game.
He's quick with it.
That was great. All right, we're getting back to the action here. It's Keo. It's Rody Bros. Okay, so they're jumping out. Oh, they're going full in right now. They just dumped Rody out the plane.
Oh, no. I think they're getting a double helicopter just in case.
Yeah,
they're going to get a double helicopter just in case in the skies. Half the chance they get focused. They can even swap up, maybe switch, jump into the other helicopter. We found their strategy. It is going to be a helicopter game. I'm seeing it, though. Finally, Keo has the crash pads and the helicopter. If I don't see it, at least an attempt at a trick shot here, I'm going to have some words with Keo at the end of this.
He's the kind of guy that would do it, too. He's got some dirty clips out there. I think there's actually a clip of him backflipping, then getting to his mouse and keyboard, and then hitting the no-scope. Like, he's done some seriously crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's the same thing, transitioning from the outer game into in-game. That's crazy. Doing tricks in real life and trick shots in the game. It's nuts. We have Bizku and Dex going for the same strategy in the helicopter, but we know they're going a bit more aggressive with it. Maybe he's going to try and go for this airdrop, pick up a guaranteed launch pad. An epic or, sorry, a legendary weapon of some description could be massive for them.
Oh, shoot. I just got...
Ooh.
Uh-oh, Pro Hennis is in some deep trouble here. He's going to lay down some counter fire. That's the difference between a normal player and a pro. They will fight back instead of going into straight heal mode. So good move on Pro Hennis right here as things suddenly start to seriously up. Oh my gosh, he's going to get tagged again. That's going to be a headshot right there. Now he's in a really bad situation. This might call for a disengage, honestly. I mean, they're in the Weeping Woods. They can go for a campfire or something here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's gone through all the meds he has. He has no shield, no health meds. He's down to 65 effective health. Maybe to disengage a little bit further away. Maddie's still looking pretty good, though. She has 100, doing very well. Needs to figure out what we're going to go for on this end, though. They need to maybe think, we're going to rotate. We're going to go for that fire. They've got the campfire there, but usually an indicator of someone being weak. It'll attract a lot of opponents. Finds the bandage cannon instead. A much smarter choice of getting your health back up without indicating to everyone around you that you are as weak.
Not only that, there's shrooms here, right? They're in the prime spot to kind of just like live off the land, is what I should say. Ooh. Here's Dex, who's going hard in the paint right now, cranking up in a nice little build battle. He's looking for the heavy sniper, jump in the box, the cone. It was so clean, so clean, and all of a sudden overtime is down. This is one of our game 1 winners, actually. Right here.
And Dex is just styling on him. That was incredible. That heavy snipe phase in. He played that so well. We had his teammate Bizku on the back and the ropes, but unfortunately, Dex comes through on overtime orange and just cleans it up. The teammate sees that, disengages, thinks, I'm not messing with this team. I don't know who they are, but I think he's going to know who they are after this game.
Dude, when you can take a player that's won a game and just steamroll over them like that was crazy. We know this guy's a cut above the rest. He's showing it off. This dude is on my radar now. If he wasn't on it before, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
He's looking good right now. He's going to try and find his way back up now. We're back over. Hey, looking pretty good, like you said. Hennis back up to 170 health. Obviously got those minis off. Ate some of those shrooms you were talking about. Maddie NF and Pro Hennis looking good. We talked about it in, I think it was last game. The disengage they played. Maybe it was game 1. The disengage showing their superior understanding of the game and knowledge to not take a fight that's not worth it. And looks like it played out for them. They're now walking away looking pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Those placement points.
I am definitely digging it. Looking kind of good right now. There's more shrooms here. I wonder if he's going to spot him out. No, it looks like he's in tunnel vision right now. Just trying to get to that safety zone. Here's Dex. Yo, stream guys, band together. I know he's live right now. Can someone get this man's Twitter? Like, I need to see what his competitive history is, because like I said, you don't just steamroll a player that is like kind of steamrolling lobbies. You know what I mean? That's a different caliber of good. You know who this O2 Dex dude is right here.
You're rooted? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm with you on that one. I haven't seen this guy around too much, but that was a very clean play. It's not even just the mechanics that was required for that play. It's the confidence it requires too. Just getting in someone's box, knowing I'm better than you, I'm going to style on you, and I'm going to do it in front of everybody on the main stream. It takes a player. It takes a certain kind of person.
Okay. Fuck.
Yo, Benny, thanks. I got it. I know you got banned for it. Thanks for falling on the sword for me. So I found his Twitter here.
Oh, what?
So he's the player. Yeah, he got taken out. He's an NA West free agent. So, okay. So he's NA West. Twitch name Dexterity, Oxygen Supremacy. That's the team he plays for. This guy's a slayer, man.
Oxygen.
What a beast.
Yeah, okay.
I'm following him right now, dude.
An org that's been signing a bunch of NA West fraggers. I know they signed Spectra a little while ago as well, so definitely an org that's looking out. They got their eyes on NA West and Dexterity. Ooh, we're back over on Dexterity again. Ed is through. The play comes out. He's just on another level to these guys right now. I have to think Dexterity is going to win today. He's going to pick up 2 wins back to back, maybe, because he's in the spot to do it. He's got the skills to do it too.
Here's a fun fact. I think he qualified for solos next week. What?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey,
we
listen.
to check him out in FNCS. Nice.
That's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, your charity efforts are gonna convert over, because now I got some history here. But
Yeah,
100%. We got some fighting going on. What just happened? They just ran the plane into this player?
Yeah. The helicopter was low. It was weak. He knew it was about to explode, so Keo full sent it into the walls to make it explode, break up the builds, and take him out. I was thinking here we're tuning into Keo on the back foot, but no, Keo was using it aggressively. That's crazy. We talked about how inventive he is, and damn, he's got the stress.
Yeah, we knew they had a crazy game plan. I didn't think they were going to sacrifice their livelihoods to do it. You see it right there.
The music, dude.
Now we got Dak tuning back over to Dex on 7 eliminations. They picked up almost 20 last game, so he needs to get probably about 13 of these next 33 players alive to max out. But I love how I'm just like basically elimination racing this guy. I'm challenging him to drop a 20 bomb when just a win is impressive enough against some of these teams and players in here. But I mean, with the way we've watched him, he's now got his hands on Sky's AR, so best assault rifle in the game. Purple pump, the purple heavy sniper, there it is. The headshot on Air Cool taking him out. They're going to push that one. Dex and Bisco putting on a clinic. Is he going to, I thought he was going to rocket right in, but no, he's going to go for the launch pad to finish it off. Pushing up with the mobility he has to make sure that this Air Cool's teammate doesn't get the revive off. Let's see if he gets the heavy snipe into the box. No, he just pickaxes his way through and takes him out. He's insane.
I was waiting for the actual pickaxe to come out right there. I thought he was going to do it to him. But hey, listen, that's the guy's assault rifle, man. You got to respect the damage right there, right?
Yeah.
I think that's 37 to the chest, man. It's so good and the crazy high fire rate. What's that, 8 elims right now? 9 elims?
8 elims. And Air Cool, the play they took out, definitely not one to scoff at. I mean, they were sitting there in the Dorito code edits. Like, they knew what they were doing. Those weren't people who were new to the competitive Fortnite or Fortnite in general. So he's making everyone look like newbies here.
Go nuts.
Dude, I know Air Cool. He's actually pretty good. But hey, Air Cool, you know what? You've been playing too much squads with Heel Mike and all the other all the squad goofers. Okay, you know, get back on your A game, man.
I mean, at the same time, I'm gonna challenge someone in chat if they're happy to match it. I know people like to do this on my stream. I reckon someone has to at least do $1 donation for every single elimination Dex and his teammate get this game. Come on, I mean, it helps a good cause. It'll hype it up a little bit more. If someone in chat can agree, I would gain so much respect for you. If someone's willing to take the challenge, they're already, I think, 8 or 9 we saw. Maybe going to be upwards of that 20. We'll have to see. There's $8 so far. I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm dropping you.
And if that doesn't get you going, I mean, just drop $1 for Air Cool, because he was embarrassed so hard. Like, you might as well just like buy his dignity back. I want you to just buy his dignity back for the stream, okay? It's the least you can do, guys.
In the bush.
All right, here's back with Dex. Let's see what he's got, man. He's got some more victims in sight. Actually, it was 9 elims. Okay, so Air Cool and his teammate were the 8th and 9th.
Okay.
Let's get on top of that.
They're looking pretty good. 7 of them on Dex too, so we're watching the perspective we need. I think his teammate definitely not struggling by any means, but Dex is just looking that much healthier. He's going for the short pad. We're going over to Keo, though. Keo's in a fight. Teammate pushing up too as well.
They yoink the crash pads, bro.
Ooh, loses the crash pads on the low ground now, trying to find this angle through. They've got such good material. If him and Rhodey can stay alive, I mean, they want this fight, but at the same time, they have everything they need to close the game out. But maybe trying to go a bit more aggressive, taking Dex's lead, wanting to frag out. He's going to push forward with that heavy snipe. If he can get through one of these walls into one of these boxes, he'd ultimately be taking that lead from Dex, just aggressively pushing people, putting him on the back foot and finishing them off.
Let's go back up, Wes.
He's doing a good job right now. They got the minigun. There's players nearby. He's got his eyes on him now. So they're just going to double back. They see the team on defense. Says, you know what? You guys want to hide out? That's okay. We'll go over and fight someone else now. Here's Dex up on high ground right now, putting that big pressure down. I think he's trying to go for the big two-peat right here. Maybe set a little bit of a history. Set a record here for the double elim on the COV-AID Charity.
I mean, winning 2 out of 3 games ain't bad. I'm not sure what happened game 1, but winning 2 of 3 games, pretty crazy. Since they've already cleaned out, so he managed to take down the winner of game 1, which saw overtime orange. So he's trying to make a clean record of this one, trying to close it out. And maybe he's taking out Keo here. Probably the biggest competition in the lobby since Keo came top 5 game 1 solo, came second game 2 after going for the skybase. So I think if anyone can kind of ruin it for Dex here, maybe it is Keo. So we got that double perspective again. Thank you from the obs team. Oh, I've just seen the bottom. We now have a $100 dono. We have ouch hot with a $100 dono. Going for that HyperX bundle, not bad. I mean, HyperX gear is beautiful. I'm currently using their keyboard. I love my HyperX gear, so that's a good donation. We'll see if you can hook it up, man.
There you go, man. Keep them coming, guys. Remember, as the countdown is going, as the prizes come up, those are the ones you're entering to get. And I think there's some overall ones towards the tail end of the show, so keep them coming, guys.
Do it with you. Come on, bro.
Okay, wait a second. I hear Keo and Rhoda. They're planning their next big whatever it is they're gonna do.
Trust.
Ooh, Dex solo clutching now though. Teammate goes down. Unfortunately, he might still be able to revive him. Gets taken out, but he built it out. Builds a massive base to throw off the opponents. Makes him think maybe he's somewhere in there, and he gets the revive off here in the full builds. Has the floppers, has those minis, so he's gonna be fine. See him laughing about it. He's having a good time. He still feels like he's in control. He's not worried at all. Dex knows he can still clutch this one up.
By the way, I only hit him 50 and they already cracked.
Yeah, he's vibing. He did pick up another elimination since last time we tuned in, so that's 10 elims for this team right here. Still very much on track for 20 bomb.
Double box sniped him.
As we know, in the last game, they really started tearing things up towards the end game. It was in the tunnels and stuff. He was picking up all the frags. Clearly a competitive veteran. You can see no problem going for the shots right now. As players are trying to tarp over and get to safety. He's still tracking players that are directly vertical to him. He has a launch pad. I think he has 3 launch pads or something here. There it is. Another heavy snipe play. He's trying to get this player out the box. Oh, that's his wall right there. He doesn't miss that at that time. He fell.
He blocks the wall off. Yeah, he blocks the wall off so the rocket hits him. That was the grapple player. So he manages to take out one of the best players in the game, puts the wall up in his face, making him rocket his own wall and taking the damage. Dex is now pushing forward with one of those 3 launch pads you talked about. Uses one of them. He's got none left in the bank, but he just gets in his zone. 23 health. He has no white. He has no white meds. He's got the minis. We hear the comms. All my homies hate controller. He's expecting he just got beaten with maybe a little bit of that aim assist out of the sky.
I'm not gonna lie, it was probably Rhodey Bros because that's them right here on
yeah,
literally
I'm pretty sure that is
Rhodey Bros on the mountain.
Yeah.
So I mean, he wasn't far from the crew.
Rhodey Bros having that experience with the controller settings, making multiple viral videos, not only being an insane controller player himself with that aim, but he's pretty much unleashed that many other controller players on the lobbies for everyone else, giving them the best settings to just beam people out of the sky with.
I was gonna say it makes sense. He's got the minigun and everything. And I mean, look at we saw Keo earlier. He was hitting pixels with the AR like that were out of render.
True.
So that team is dangerous when it comes down to the shot.
Here we can
Dex height.
He'll drop. You aim the wall, I aim the floor.
Dex managed to have a height, but unfortunately zone pulls a little bit more towards Keo for him though. Very, very fortunate for Keo. We get a fair bit of builds breaking out. Also have that zip line in there, could cause some issues. Looking for double heavy snipes. He has the grapple though, so Dex, hitting the double heavy snipe with the headshot. A clinical competitive strategy. Going for that heavy, double heavy. So, no, he gets knocked down. The rockets, I'm pretty sure that was his teammate's rockets. I think Biscuit just knocked him out. It's okay. He might be able to get the revive off here. He's not going to lose too many meds. If he can get it off, no. Unfortunately, and then Dex had the grappler. This would be such a big misplay if Dex goes down here. He's laughing with it. He's having a good time. I think Vizku, the only person who could take Dex out of the lobby, apparently, is his teammate.
We'll be fine.
Vizku literally sabotaged. They could have had the height right there with the grappler to close the distance and take that team out. Now all of a sudden it's all collapsing on them. He's okay though. He's got the grappler. He should be fine. There it is. Gonna snatch that high ground and somehow stay in the game. Another heavy snipe shot right there, and he connects. He's going for it again. No way.
This guy is incredible. I love watching this guy play. Dex is insane. He just goes from, I think he just went from being down to alive with an elimination within like 15 seconds. He's an incredible player. Definitely someone I'm watching out for on West from now on. Holy.
How are you alive? How are you alive?
Listen, I already followed him, okay, on social media. I'll tell you that right now. He is actually that good.
They just managed to almost pull off a double heavy snipe RPG with themselves. That was incredible. We have Keo picking up elimination. Someone else we're going to look out for in this lobby. He's not playing around this time. Didn't go for a skybase. Didn't go for any memes plays. He's got the floppers. Has the loadout he needs. I think this is going to have to come down to Dex versus Keo, but I could be wrong.
I mean, right now, as it leads, they have the pure advantage, not only in material, but the floppers as well, which is the key ingredient to making this endgame. We'll see how it kind of all plays out, whether or not Dex and the boys up top come, kind of aggroing down. It's a good heavy sniper attempt. Not going to find any connection rate right there, but hey, it's a good little 35. He'll take it.
Probably.
See how we can go now. He's got to close this one out. I think we've got 11 players alive. It's looking good for them. 3 eliminations. Not as many as Dex, but at the same time, still nothing to laugh at. He's got the eliminations. He's got the loadout for it in a bit of a better position than we last held off with Dex. It's the right-hand peak. The edit's coming out. Keo using all the competitive prowess he's built up over playing for, I think, competitively for at least over a year now. I've been watching him for a very long time. So he's got a lot of experience in this lobby, and he's not messing around. He's using it this time. Beautiful tunnels coming out. The zone's closing out. This one's going to close out very, very soon.
Yeah, no, Keel's been playing since the start of Fortnite. He's one of the earliest competitors, so definitely got to put some respect on it. Weir's back with Dex, though. They're still hunting. He found the medkit, though, in the zone. That's actually great, because at least now he can fight confidently. As the zone, I think the next one is the final one. That's it. They're going to have one final minute and 7 seconds to fully close the zone here. Someone took height and then launch pad there. What just happened?
I don't know. He goes for the extra height. Oh, the build's breaking out there. We're going to have to see how that one goes. I'm looking at the feed on Keo's end. I don't think he goes down, but it's going to be an interesting finish. We could see maybe a bit of an issue like would happen in game 2 with Keo having the advantage on high ground, but not having the health advantage, and then can't make it through all the builds as it closed out. Dex is in the fight here. Dex is solo clutch. His teammate goes down, of course, because he's an absolute beast. He doesn't miss those edit pump shots. He's on another level right now. But again, I'm going to have to mention it one more time. He's got one flop, but that might be enough to out heal, but this is probably going to go to a heal off. There's a lot of verticality. There's a lot of builds in the way. Dex doesn't have to just be able to frag here. He needs to be the last one standing. If Keo uses those 4 floppers and just hides, which we can see now, he's going to win. You can't out heal that, and I think he's going for it. He's setting up for it.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's putting that RPG to good work right here. If he can just pressure all the teams down, he might have a fighting chance. He only has a couple more seconds to do so, and that's why he's putting some hard pressure right here. It's really about that RPG. That will be the game changer for him. Let's see what's he gonna do. Yup, beautiful RPG right there. Tucks it just inside, trying to see if he can get those players to go down another layer. These are the final moments of the last game of the evening right now, Aussie. And it looks like it might just be a hero heal off. Can Dex pull it off here? Dex is going down. He's fighting. That's the layer right there. This is Keo. He's got the RPG. It's so good. He didn't connect, though. He can't heal either. Oh, no.
Let's go, dude.
Keo ends up winning it. It comes down to the heal off. I don't want to say I predicted it, but I predicted it. Dex having all the firepower in the world, but he didn't have the sushi, didn't have the fish. He goes down. Keo with the superior floppers picks up game 3. So that's crazy. We had Dex picking up game 2. We had overtime Orange picking up game 1 and Keo picking up game 3. But that means Keo came top 5, second, and first. So an incredible performance for him as well.
Yeah, he played a great game. It looked like he had a blast doing it as well. He had some of the best clips of the day from the high ground, right? The sky base down to the heavy sniper, chopper, ram. I don't even know what you want to call it. We'll call it a Keo classic. I'm just handing out like just dishes this weekend. Yeah, and then of course the sushi. We called it from FNCS finals. You know it, competitive game. It's all about the heals. Regardless of what, that was a crazy good game. I want to just kind of cap things off and just say, once again, thank you to all the viewers at home tuning in with us. Your boy MonsterDFace, Aussie Antics. We had a blast so far just covering the Fortnite competition and segment today. It's been so much fun.
It really has. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it massively. Being able to do what I love and then help people as well in need is incredible. So thank you. It was an amazing experience. All the sponsors, you're incredible. Any of the viewers that swung by, like I said, helping out. DoorDash delivered a meal for every single one of you that tuned in today. So you have helped massively. If you've watched at all today, you help someone who needs it. So thank you. And thank you for casting with me, Monster. I always love it. Such a good time.
Absolutely. And with that, guys, we're going to be signing off here for just a little bit. We're going to go to break. Up next is Call of Duty Warzone. There's some big names involved there. From us here, MonsterDFace, and of course, Aussie Antics. We thank you guys. And don't forget, donate to COV-AID, okay? We'll see you guys soon.
Today's live stream is dedicated to frontline health workers and those working in essential jobs to keep us safe. But it's also for you at home. You too are doing something essential, staying apart so we can all be together sooner. And while we're staying apart, we can and should laugh together, play games together, and stream together. COV-AID is helping raise critical funds to help keep health workers safe while they're battling the COVID-19 pandemic. AmeriCares is supporting health workers by providing the protective gear, like masks and gloves, that they need to stay safe here in the United States and around the world. I want to thank the amazing gamers, artists, athletes, and others who have come together today to support health workers. And thanks to you, the viewers, for your support. Enjoy the rest of the stream, and most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy.
Hi, my name is Jason Chung, and I'm the Executive Director of Esports and Assistant Professor of Sport Management at the University of New Haven. Located in West Haven, Connecticut, our university is committed to providing students with strong academic and experiential education. With regard to esports education, we're the first AACSB accredited university in America launching degree programs about this exciting and growing industry. Working together with major industry partners such as HyperX, students in our innovative esports programs will not only have a chance to learn about how the esports and gaming industries function, both in the classroom as well as the workplace, but join our robust community of gamers on campus through our varsity and club esports teams. It is my pleasure to announce that our university will be helping with COV-AID by presenting a couple of 50% tuition scholarships to the Boys and Girls Club of America for exciting new BS programs following this broadcast. The lucky BGCA scholars will have their choice between a degree program in management with a concentration in esports administration or our new interdisciplinary program in esports and gaming. Following this broadcast, the BGCA and the University of New Haven will work together to award this prize to deserving new applicants from among a field of outstanding BGCA scholars. Additionally, the BGCA will auction off 10 slots to our upcoming online esports summer youth clinic for youth between the ages of 13 and 18. This virtual clinic, scheduled for July 2020, will give students an introduction into esports business education and collegiate varsity esports. It will conclude with a coaching session from our varsity head coach, a former professional gamer, in his favorite title, CSGO. We look forward to welcoming the lucky winners this summer. At the University of New Haven, we know how critical the Boys and Girls Club of America is to local communities by providing after-school education and programs for America's youth. We here at Charger Nation are proud to support your mission and look forward to having your alumni become our alumni as well.
It gave me a place to go. It started my kind of creative side. It's where I first learned how to really dance through a great program that was there. It gave you a sense of kind of like belonging. And so, you know, you live in this neighborhood and you walk to this club and you go in there and all of a sudden you're part of something really big and amazing, it feels like. And at the same time, it feels like yours, like a club, like you're part of this great club. And I would dance and spend my afternoons there and then go home for dinner and dream about the next day and what we were gonna do. And it just gave me a great sense of hope and really, really kick-started my dreams. There was Harold and Lorenzo Maldonado. Harry ran the back part of the club, which was the arts and entertainment part of the club, and where they had just built this new wing with a stage and everything. And I think of Larry and how much he took me and my sister and one of my best friends under his wing and really, really showed us what it was to be a performer. And it was one of the best times of my life. It's never something that's going to get old, you know, kind of nurturing children or helping them dream or giving them self-esteem or giving them a sense of community. It's something that we're always going to need. It's just as important now as ever. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
We take a peek into the life of a modern human male. He appears to be encountering some difficulty. He seems to be in a state of disorientation, befuddled by his environment. Our subject is at his wit's end, but then he makes a discovery.
Life isn't 2D, so don't listen in 2D. Get the HyperX Cloud Orbit featuring Odyssey planar magnetic drivers and Waves NX 3D audio technology. Experience ultra-realistic 3D audio and game like you live.
What's up, everyone? My name is Raidaway. I am a Call of Duty content creator and streamer, and I'm also friends with Control Freak. I hope everyone is staying safe as we continue to navigate this pandemic. Personally, what I've been doing is just staying home, staying safe, not going outside, and just streaming, playing video games, making videos. It's a great time. Guys, we can do so much to support those impacted by COVID-19. I'm here to encourage you to donate whatever you can to amazing organizations like Boys and Girls Club of America and AmeriCares to continue their fight on the front lines. Head over to COV-AID.org to see how you can lend your support and keep gaming for good.
For as long as we've existed, Boys and Girls Clubs has always been about coming together to support the families of our communities and do whatever it takes to give every kid a chance at a great future. But we're going through a challenging time right now. And while we may not all be able to come together in the same physical ways, in other ways, we're coming together like never before. Because that's what whatever it takes to build great futures means. It means providing a safe place to go for children whose parents are on the front lines battling the virus. It means providing millions of meals for kids who previously relied on their school or a meal program, which are now shut down. And it's about harnessing the power of technology to keep kids moving forward with their education. So yeah, whatever it takes to build great futures may mean something different right now. But whatever it is, that's exactly what we're going to keep doing.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Sam, and I am here with my co-host, Joshua.
Hey, everybody. Great to be here. Sam, great to be hosting this with you, and a huge shout out to the rest of our hosts and all the other players and streamers that have put on a really fun show. And to everybody that's been donating. This is a really great charity, both these charities that we're helping out, and this is a really good cause, and a lot of people came together to make this happen. And we get to be the ones that close the show with all of you, and we get to do it with Warzone, a game that I love to play, love to watch. I'm excited to share all the excitement with you all watching. Sam, we also have some nice prizes this segment as well.
Yeah, we do. So... Well, if you guys also didn't know, by the way, we're going to have Ninja and Rob Butchered your name. Gronk. We're going to have Gronk up in here very, very soon for our Warzone segment. However, that's not the only headliner. In the next 15 minutes, if you make a donation, 2 lucky people will win a Creator PC. This powerhouse is content creator and gamer's dream. Possibly one of the best, if not the best PC on the market. Intel i9 9900K processors, Asus Prime 7390 motherboard, GeForce RTX 2080 video card. The list goes on. So what do you think about that, Josh?
That's great. I need a new gaming PC for this fall because a big game's coming out this fall by the name of Cyberpunk 2077. But to crank up those max settings for Warzone, definitely. This PC's got some awesome specs. And everybody can donate. All you have to do is just scroll down in the streaming platform you're watching right now, hit that donate button. And as Sam said, this is how it's going to work. Top donator, going to get the prize, but also the duplicate's going to go to a random donation as well. So everybody has a chance. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we're going to be able to support these 2 charities as well. We've raised some serious funds today. And the first charity I want to talk about is AmeriCares. They provide desperately needed personal protective equipment, training, emotional support to make sure that our healthcare workers, the people that are on the front lines, have what they need, and they need to have these materials. So with the support from COV-AID, AmeriCares is providing more gloves, masks, gowns, and essential training to protect our healthcare heroes. And we also have, Sam, Boys and Girls Club of America.
Oh my gosh, we've got the Boys and Girls Club of America, and they are committed to remaining open to support not only just the children, but the families of frontline medical professionals and essential workers, which is really, really important right now. Because during this difficult time, Boys and Girls Club of America continues to provide meals and virtual learning at thousands of clubs around the country. So please consider donating. There's so many links that you can go and click on. You can even go to COV-AID.org. Please do that. And you could get yourself entered in to win one of these 2 powerhouse PCs.
Yes, and we have some great prizes as well that we're going to be giving out. So thanks again for tuning in. Thank you for your donations. It really is making a difference with these 2 charities. Now for Warzone, which we're going to be having in just a little bit, I'm going to explain the rule sets of how that works. But before I do, I want to remind everybody as well that you can donate throughout the entire month of May. So make sure to be doing that as well. Donate throughout the entire month and use that hashtag StreamCOV-AID. So for Warzone, which I'm a big fan of, it's going to be a quad format. It's based off of the rival system, or as I like to describe it, a digital arcade. So in the quad format, a victory is going to count for 20 points. If you get at least 5th place, it's 15 points. 15th place, you'll get 10 points. 25th place, 5 points. And 35th place, that's the lowest bar to rank for points, is going to be 3 points. Each elimination is going to be 1 point. And you can read the rules for yourself on the it's a lot of math, but you can read the rules for yourself on the Smash GG website. Now what that means is everybody's going to be playing and streaming through their own quads, especially Gronk and Ninja, who we'll tune into in just a little bit. As they're playing through their own matches, we're going to be logging those points through our partner Smash.gg, and we're going to give you guys a leaderboard to see where we're at throughout the entire broadcast. And I'm going to be helping Sam, along with anybody else who's new to Warzone, what exactly is going on and how these digital arcades work. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you all will enjoy the rest of your evening with us, because afterwards, after we showcase this Warzone segment, we're going to have some sick DJ playlists after this. So stay tuned for that. Sam, we're going to get rock and roll here in just a little bit, but I want to ask you, what have you been doing, or at least what games have you been playing during this pandemic, during the quarantine?
I got to admit, I fell down the Animal Crossing hole.
I knew it.
Consumed my life. It's just good. It's what you need, and you can still kind of visit your friends right now. So that's what I've been in. What about you?
Besides Warzone, definitely a lot of Mortal Kombat, and playing through a lot of the single player games as well that have come out. Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't jumped on the Animal Crossing train yet, and I want to.
Ooh,
I really want
ready to get sucked in, Josh. I'm telling you.
But I have a real garden. Like, I'm working on my real garden that I'm putting all my time for. That I would
if you want me to water your in-game flowers, I will.
Okay.
Just let me know.
I got to find somebody to water my real flowers. But having more time for projects to work on at home has definitely been a benefit, or a silver lining. The difficult part is that so many of us that are a part of this show and have worked together for so long are used to seeing each other over the summer, which is kind of a bummer. But in this occasion, we get to thank you for tuning in. Sam, it's going to be a lot of fun hosting this with you. We're going to get the first matchup in just a little bit, but we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned.